Alright everyone, how's it going? I know we're all very excited to get this started and get this going. For everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Materialyze. I'm going to be your guys' DM for the evening. And basically for as long as we keep playing this, I'm glad, everyone came out tonight. I'm just going to explain a few rules for everyone. Wow, just so everyone can kind of understand what's happening. Jesus Christ, this is so loud. Hold on one sec, I gotta fix this. Okay. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone for coming out. And I'm just gonna explain a couple rules. For anyone that doesn't know, this is Star Wars RPG. It's essentially just D&D, but in a set in the Star Wars universe. I'm going to be your DM, as I kind of stated before. My name is Materialyze. I play a lot of D&D, love Star Wars, so I picked some of the close friends to play this with, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I have a few nicks and crannies and kind of curveballs I'm throwing in here. Some of them, though, you, as the chat, can actually interact with the game as the players go through it and whatnot. That being said, as you guys see below me, this system right here actually allows you to donate either the players whose dice are on this side, you can donate them dice during the game, or if you want to be so kind and generous to me, you can actually donate me dice, which is over on this side. Each dice has a different price point due to the fact that each dice can drastically impact the way the game goes and the shape. At the top, we have a special goal meter. The goal meter at the top, should that get all the way filled, that means that our heroes at the very end of the saga will get a special surprise, thanks to the chat, to kind of keep things going for them. They don't know what the prize is going to be. I don't know what the prize is going to be. What's going to happen is we will discuss it, and we will basically give them something worth their time to help them in their next adventure. So without further ado, I know you guys are all very eager to get this going. I'm going to go ahead and let the players introduce themselves. No. So first off, Nato, do you want to go ahead and introduce your character for us?
Hello everyone. My name is Tac'an Maw. Alright, I'll tell you about my backstory. Okay. Tac'an Maw. Tac'an Maw is a Keldor. He's a peacekeeper. He's never had an easy life. At the age of 3, his village was destroyed by a freak dust storm that left him covered in the remains of his home. It was only after a few days when the Jedi arrived, they sent a great amount of midi-chlorians in young Maw. This begins Tac'an Maw training as a Padawan at the Jedi Academy on Coruscant, where he met his best friend, Aurora Starhall. Best friends.
Aww.
That's you.
Best friends.
Together, the two helped guide each other through any trials and tribulations they encountered during their training. Tac'an Maw was trained under the Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn for a short time, where Qui-Gon could sense that the young Keldor had a yearning to master the power of the Force rather than a Jedi code. Hoping to steer Maw away from the dark side, Qui-Gon worked very closely with Tac'an until he finally took Obi-Wan Kenobi under his wing and was killed while dueling Darth Maul on Naboo.
Darth Maul, what a big papa.
Tac'an Maw. Love it when they call me Big Pop. Tac'an Maw quickly changed his attitude on how to use the Force and desired a greater understanding to help find some way to communicate with his former master again. Maw would spend nights reading Jedi texts along with Aurora Starhall and would help each other try to understand the Force. It wasn't until the Galactic Empire took over when Maw lost almost all hope in the Jedi Order and instead relied on himself, fearing that he should rely on anyone else to protect him. He would too meet the same fate as his former master. Maw fled Coruscant with the Starhall quickly after the fall of the Jedi Council and the Galactic Republic.
Dude, your story's long.
Damn.
It's like 3
I know,
sentences.
right?
Hey, you know, I mean, everyone's got their own. You know, I mean, some people's lives are a little bit
Mine's
more,
boring. No, I'm
a little
kidding.
bit more intricate than others. I mean,
Dude, can you write me a novel next time? Sheesh.
all right, Blue, you can go ahead and give your story now.
All right. So y'all know I'm garbage at reading, so we'll just be patient. All right, we got this. My character's name is Zarlue, like blue, but it's Zar. Okay, and I'm a Zabrak, which is the same as Darth Maul, same species as Darth Maul, and my character's
Wait,
a
you're
scout.
Darth Maul?
I am
You
Darth
are
Maul.
Darth
Well,
Maul?
okay, yes. No. Sorry, I'm not. But basically, Zarlue grew up for the most part like a normal Zabrak. He wasn't very rich and grew up in a remove village.
Oh, I must have. Sorry, spelling errors.
Fucking remote village.
This game
on
is
his home
over.
planet of Iridonia. When he was about 17 years old, the Empire came to his village and demanded money to keep them safe from any threats that came across to them in the mid-rim. Yes, okay, perfect. The village elders refused, and as a result, the Empire destroyed the entire village, leaving Zarlue by himself. Zarlue left his home planet of Iridonia and never looked back after that, seeking vengeance for what the Empire did to his family and friends. He sold the rebels information based on what he knew about their whereabouts and bases. Along the way, Zarlue met a human who he didn't trust completely. And
That's me!
but
Jacinto Mai.
but for some reason agreed to have him on his ship.
I conned
part
you.
of his
It says
crew.
in my biography I conned you.
You fucker. Okay. Together, the two went to Croissant. That's not what that is.
Croissant.
That's what we're gonna call it. Went to Croissant to try
Oui,
to seek
oui.
answers and an adventure. And so that's all what Zarlue's about.
Awesome.
Pretty spicy.
All right, Yaz, you want to go ahead and I'll turn down my music for you, so you can go ahead and.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and tell us who's Aurora Starhall.
My best friend.
Yeah. What is your name again?
His is.
Doesn't know it.
Good start, I like it.
Tac'an Maw is his name.
Yeah, I'm Tac'an Maw's best friend.
That's right.
I'm Aurora Starhall, a human. What am I? Deadeye consular healer.
Mm.
Now, I just read this story,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Aurora Starhall was born to a poor family on the world of Sereno, home to Count Dooku, before he founded the Confederacy of Independent Systems and ultimately turned to the dark side of the Force. Starhall was taken from her parents when she was about 4 years old after the Jedi visiting Sereno saw her heal an injured man by meditating in the same room as him. Showing remarkable powers to heal, Starhall was taken back to Coruscant, where she was a remarkable Padawan training under Jedi Master Qui-Gon.
It's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, it's Qui-Gon Jinn!
Oh my god, Bundy.
I said I wanted to be with Master Qui-Gon Jinn. He said no.
No, only I and Aurora Starhall will be trained by Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh my god. All right, go ahead and continue.
Where was I?
After Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
How do I say it?
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep.
During her tenure with Master Qui-Gon Jinn, Starhall learned to appreciate the Force as a balance between what is right and what is just. This makes Starhall a much more selfless individual. Soon after almost becoming a Jedi Knight, Order 66 was executed, which forced Starhall to flee with one of her closest friends, Tac'an Maw. Together, they hid in the slums. How do you say it? Is this Coruscant?
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Like croissant, but not croissant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coruscant.
It's a Coruscant.
Yeah, Coruscant.
Okay.
I'm hungry now.
Sure. Throwing away their lives as Jedi until they were forced to leave the planet with the
Zabrak.
Zabrak
I believe.
scout when they suspected the Imperials knew of their presence on the planet. Now, Starhall spends most of her time collecting books on what many consider an ancient religion that she hopes to one day restore.
All right, awesome.
Yes.
Damn.
All right, and then finally we have
Con Master.
we have Jacinto Mai. Vunder, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Jacinto.
Hi everyone, my name is Jacinto Mai, and I held the wrong skill sheet up. Hold on. Hi, my name is Jacinto Mai, and I am artisan. Artisan, not artesian. Artisan sentinel, and I'm a human. I said, is it artesian?
I know we talked about this beforehand. You're like, is it artesian?
Literally before we started.
All right. You guys want to know every single? I have 2 bronze, 3. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Jacinto, this is my backstory. Jacinto Mai was always traveling as a kid. He never knew his parents as they were murdered by slavers shortly after he was born. He drifted among the stars with freighters and other mercenaries looking for work. A gifted mechanic, Jacinto Mai, that's me, always had a way with words, or so he thought. Jacinto Mai never knew he was force sensitive until he heard a few bounty hunters talking about Jedi. Mai became curious and started experimenting on his own with what he thought these force powers were. Quickly, Jacinto Mai realized he could manipulate people into doing what he wanted. This is how Jacinto Mai ended up with the scout named Zarlue.
Oh my god.
Listen here,
on to
bucko.
talk, taking Mai to Coruscant. Mai fulfilled part of his dreams to start his adventurers and explore deep space with them. This was just the beginning.
Oh man. Okay.
You actually sound like that guy.
Okay, so this is our adventures for whatever they get themselves into. But all right, I think you guys are ready to start now. And really quick, you guys have no questions, right? We covered all that before we started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We'll go along. As if anything needs to happen. Well, we will be fine. We'll work through it. But just a reminder, guys, this is like a homebrew campaign, so this isn't. We're not always gonna follow the rules to the T. If something needs to be stretched a little bit,
rule breakers.
Yep, we're rule breakers. We'll bend it a little bit. I mean, we want to have fun.
Dude,
That's
we're
the
rebels. XD.
All right. So we're starting now, guys. You ready? All right.
Can we have some like epic start music to start? us
Yeah,
out?
sure. You guys got it. You guys got it. Let me go ahead and I think this is the epic one. Where's the doot?
Dude.
I'm looking for the doot again. Oh, here you go. You guys hear that?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
It's a dark time in the galaxy. Though the brave heroes of the Rebel Alliance fight against the tyranny of the Galactic Empire, countless worlds are still trembling under the shadows of evil. The Jedi Guardians of Order and Justice are gone, and at their passing the forces of darkness gather unimpeded. But all is not lost. In a distant corner of the galaxy, a small band of adventurers seeks to rediscover the legacy of the Jedi. And if they are successful, perhaps hope can be restored to the galaxy once again.
Yes.
As you guys are on your freighter floating in space, you guys are all talking, enjoying yourselves, when all of a sudden on the HoloLink, you get a call from an old friend. Should you guys choose to answer it, you're not really sure who's calling, but the holo message is coming through for you guys to read.
Answer
Oh my
the
God.
holo message.
Answer it.
All right, you guys answer it. And
It's Darth Maul.
and it's Darth Vader. No, it's before you is Blue or Zarlue. You actually know this man. This is a man who is you met on a Imperial planet a while back. His name is Ashur. And in the holo message, Ashur just kind of appears before you guys, and in his hearty voice, he goes, "Hello, friends! It's been some time since we've last spoke. However, I've come across something you may find interesting." The holo message kind of pans out and shows just kind of like an examination table in the background that he's kind of pointing to and showing you. And behind it, you can kind of see like talisman and ancient artifacts and stuff like that, just that he's kind of trying to show off to you guys. But there's one thing in particular that he points to, and it's this talisman that's laying on the table. It has like kind of tiny veins of colors are on the surface, and he kind of leans in to the hollow messenger a bit, as to kind of make sure that no one can really hear him. And he goes, "I found this in the archive of Peller University. The crystallization in the stone reminds me of stories about lightsaber crystals, and the engravings may be several thousands of years old. I prefer not to speak more here. The Empire tends to censor our communications, but if you can meet me on Eridu, I can show you this in person. Make sure you obtain some credentials first, because this relic cannot be removed from the university archive, and you need to be an accredited scholar to gain access. Not that it'll prove to be a problem for you, I don't think." And he kind of grins for a second, knowing that you guys definitely have your ways to get into... I
got my ways.
You know, yeah. He knows you guys can get in. But he ends the message by saying, "Come quickly, my friends. We have much to discuss."
I'm excited.
So,
all right.
So,
First of all, I think Jacinto Mai needs to mind control these scholars and give us all an education for free. Free education.
All right. I need to roll for that. Okay.
just to kind of help you guys, because this is your first time. There's certain things that you can do. You guys got a lot of information here. So for example, you guys got a planet name. So you guys can try and check to see if any of you knows the planet. I believe that would be a that is a. Let me double check to see where this planet is. But you guys can basically make a check to see if you know anything about the planet.
Okay.
This is an outer rim check. So if you guys do want to check it, for example, you can. And depending on what you get, I'll tell you about the planet.
Alrighty.
Let's check it.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna be 2 purple dice. So if you guys look on your character sheets, it should be under knowledge skills. And under knowledge skills, you'll see your dice pool, and this is an outer rim world. So
2 green.
Yeah, I think for all of you it should be 2 green. But just let me know what you guys get, and we'll kind of go.
Are we all rolling?
If you,
we all roll.
If you all want to, it's up to you. I mean, whoever wants to see if they know anything about Eridu.
Yeah,
I mean,
interesting.
I can go for it. I have the dice ready. Okay, I'm rolling.
All right.
2 purple,
Roll
2 green.
Yep.
Oh, I got 1 failure and 1 advantage.
You got 1 advantage. Okay. You know that the planet's industry focuses primarily on manufacturing and computer technology, droids, basically servicing the Imperial Star Destroyer that's in orbit. You also know that there's a lot of inequality on this planet. It's very... this is where the Empire likes to put a lot of its high-ranking individuals. So corruption is very rampant throughout Eridu.
Sorry, is this the planet that Ashur's on?
Yes, this is the planet that he's on.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I regret answering this phone call.
Yeah, what if we just did that?
Can I
No
Joe,
metagaming.
Since I know him, since I know Ashur, can I ask him to give us information about it?
So the HoloLink was just a message. You don't really.
Okay.
It wasn't like a you
It's
could
a voicemail.
Yeah, it's like a visual voicemail basically. You could see him. But I mean, yeah, he wouldn't probably tell you too much, anyways. That he wouldn't want actually on a message.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. All
What's
right,
the
I'm
planet
down to roll then.
I'm sorry.
What's the planet called again?
It's Eriadu. Iridau.
All right.
Does anyone else want to roll though? See if they know anything else about it. Otherwise, you guys can.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Oh wait.
So it's gonna be 2 purple die, and it's an outer rim check.
Outer rim. Okay, so I have 2. Okay, so 2 purple, 2 green for me. All right.
All right.
Rolling.
Yep.
I got 2 success and 2 threat.
2 success and 2 threat. Okay. So you know that it's there's about 20 billion people live on this planet, and it's there's a lot of rampant pollution as well. in a lot of the planet. The only exceptions are where the noble houses reside, or kind of like above the skylines a bit, so they're not necessarily affected by the pollution as much.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready to fly out?
I'm ready.
Are you
Let's
guys ready?
go.
All
I think
right.
2 rolls is enough.
All right. So you guys go ahead on your way to Iridau. You don't experience any problems really. You don't have any problems gaining access. To get docking on the planet. You guys manage to land successfully in a docking bay, and as you step off the ship, you see a bustling, urbanized planet covered in industrial sprawl. There's crowds of people. They're moving past the spaceport, and beneath the ominous gaze of stormtroopers standing on the corners of major streets. Smog fills the air and compels the people to wear these like decorative breath masks, almost kind of similar to yours. NATO, it's like serves the same purpose. The air here, it is breathable, but it's not air you want to breathe for a long time. Basically, at least be outside in for a long time. And yeah, there's a lot. So there's lots of stormtroopers just kind of hanging out on street corners, making sure everything's in check. Almost like imagine like just the police, like police patrols, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I think we should all get you guys a badass gas mask. I think what we should do.
I was thinking.
I don't
something
want
like
you guys to die.
store
Yeah, we
or
gotta be
something,
healthy.
You know.
You gotta look after your lungs.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Is there any stores nearby?
Is there a
that we
gas
could purchase
mask
one?
store?
As you guys kind of look by,
steal some.
you don't really see any stores necessarily nearby because the spaceport you landed at is near the the research hall by the university. You can try talking to someone like the other like pilots to see if they have any, but there's no like any like general store or anything like that nearby.
Thanks.
You know what, guys? I think we should go straight to Ashur's house because we don't give a heck.
Is
We're
Ashur
cool guys.
in the university then?
Yeah, Ashur is in the university, yes.
But he's behind like basically closed doors in the sense of
he basically
Yeah.
said that like you guys are gonna meet me in there. I know you guys will. You're not gonna have any trouble getting through. Like you'll be
Okay.
fine.
Let's just go
Alright.
to the university.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
So as you guys wander the campus, you kind of like go through the gates, and before you is like this big, magnificent structure. It you can tell it's brand new. It's but because of the smog and everything like that, it looks very dirty. It probably stands about maybe 200 feet. I don't know how many meters that is. Sorry, NATO, but it's very tall. It's like it's like a skyscraper basically. And kind of you see mostly scholars just walking around, not really anything out of the ordinary. But as you wander the campus, you notice 2 security guards grab the arms of a tall, scrawny scholar, and pull him behind a building out of sight of the public. The scholar struggles, and one guard stuns him with a quick jab to his gut.
Police brutality? No!
I pull out my iPhone and I take a video.
I think
wanna
we should.
help
I
him?
think we should take some time to clean the
Is it-
tower first.
I
It's excessively dirty. How many? Okay, I'd like to roll to clean the tower.
honestly though, if we're on a
I'm
planet
kidding.
like
I'm kidding.
this,
I'm kidding.
with the Imperial everywhere, it's probably actually not worth trying to save this guy as bad as that
No,
sounds.
let's just watch.
Wait, can I is there any way that I can get close to see what they're talking about if they're talking about him? Just to get some information?
I mean, they're kind of like behind, like in an alleyway almost. Like, so you can't
Okay.
really. You hear like it's kind of muffled.
Okay.
Can I go scream World Star?
Any attention might.
Yeah, no. I let's lay low, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
it's not
We
our
got
climate,
bigger
not our
fish to
problem.
fry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta find Darth Vader.
Okay.
my
So you guys kind of just keep walking, and as you do, the guards let up their beating, and you all need to take 1 strain damage. Because as he gets up, you see that his face is like completely bloody. His robes are kind of just torn in half, and they basically beat the fuck out of him. Like, he is not gonna do anything wrong at this point anymore. But you all do take 1 strain damage.
Okay, and just a quick question on strain. Once we get up to our max strain, that's when we actually
Yeah,
get
you're
strain?
like you're done. Like, you're out. Like, you have to basically.
So if we
just
do
black
like
out.
like a dark action, then we get strain.
Sort of. It hurts you guys because you're all very moral characters. So by
Yeah.
not intervening, what you're doing is you're just kind of letting the evil happen.
All right, I
Um,
use Force Rewind, so we can.
Nah,
go
this
back.
isn't Life is Strange. You can't do that. But yeah. So so now you guys are kind of at the entrance to the this giant university skyscraper, and at the entrance you see that there's like a security checkpoint, and there's some guards there with sensors. They have some identity chip scanners, and the one thing you guys do notice, these guards really haven't seen any danger in a lot of years, considering this is an Imperial planet. So they're kind of like, you've noticed they ask like kind of monotonous questions. They don't really have like new scanners, and like they kind of, like if they were to pat someone down, they would just like, wouldn't even be like a real pat. They kind of just like brush their hand against their side.
So it's not really a pat down.
No, not particularly.
Got it.
I take all valuable belongings and put them in the crotch of my pants. On the inside of my legs. No, I'm kidding. Not yet. We have to decide what we're doing. We have to get in. Are we allowed
so
to go?
they're not skilled. They're not skilled. They don't really know what they're doing, right?
Well, I mean, not necessarily that. I mean, it's just like they seem bored. I mean, like it seems like this is like kind of like they've done this for a really long time. They've never really seen any action, so they're just kind of like, oh
Do
fuck.
we need clearance to get in, or can anyone go in as long as they consent to a pat down?
I can't tell you that yet.
Okay,
Ooh.
let's go up and talk to them.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
Okay. As you
Not
guys
necessarily go in yet.
kind of go up to them, you see this kind of this human. He's wearing one of his masks, and he's kind of like his eyes are really baggy, and he kind of just like looks at you, and he's like, "Are you guys students?"
Yes, we say yes.
I'm 37 years old. Yes.
Okay. He goes, "Can I see your identity chips, please?"
Okay, hold
Good
on.
thing you two said yes. I didn't say anything yet.
We
I'm in the
forgot
back of the
them.
line.
We forgot them, and we'll go grab them. We'll be back.
Okay, I can't let you into the university without some kind of
All right,
identification.
okay, regroup. I think we should find another entrance.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
Is there any other?
You could like
We have to
convince
look.
them. Jacinto Mai. You could.
Oh
convince
wait,
them.
yeah, I'm Jacinto Mai.
Yeah, you Jacinto
I have
Mai, the
forced
baddest
brain
convincer
melt.
guy. You could persuade them to do anything you
I
want.
have influence basic power. Okay, hold on. All right, let's go back and talk to him again.
Okay. As you guys approach again, same guard. Really, I mean, he noticed you guys before, but I mean, he had, he just doesn't give a shit. He's just
Okay.
like, do you have identification?
Just say, hey, dude, we're students here.
Oh, boy.
I have a class. I have a class
say-
in like
Fun
10
getting into
minutes,
trouble.
and we left our bags over at the spaceport, and they were stolen with our identity chips in them. Can you please let us in? Like I'm gonna be late for class. And I use that
he
influence
kinda-
basic power thing. I don't know my power.
You,
what's it
so
called?
you are gonna use that. Okay. So you need you need to roll a force die for that.
Oh.
Force die?
Yep.
Which one's that one?
It's the white
See,
one.
Manny knows what's going on. These are not the droids you were looking for. That's what you should have said.
Force. How many force die? Just one?
Just
Two?
one. Just one.
Just one?
Yep.
That's it? Nothing else?
Yep. Go ahead.
Difficulty die?
Yep.
I got one light side.
One light side. Okay. And
Oh, genuine dice. I like it.
okay. You manage to you kind of like move your hand a little bit, and you can see that he's been affected by it. However, his buddy notices that you moved your hand, and he all of a sudden changed his mind. And this kind of throws him off guard a little bit, and he kind of steps in, and he says, this is a little shorter of a guard, and he goes, We can't just let anyone in here without identification. What if they're rebels? And
All
you know,
right.
he's kind of at this point. They're kind of more suspicious of you now.
You know what? I doubled down and I use it again. I tried to influence him too.
You can't use it on both. You can only use it on one.
You know, there's a one.
Can I?
Okay, yeah. Someone else step in here. You have an idea?
Is there?
I'm
I was gonna say, is there a way that I could, while those two, because I imagine that we're maybe in a line, and then like maybe Vundi and NATO are both kind of in front of us, kind of trying to get this to work. Can I just scout out the area just to see if there's any other entrances that are less patrolled?
Yes, you can. You can go ahead and do a perception check for me, which is a just
2 greens for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then go ahead and on top of that, go ahead and roll. How hard are you planning on looking? Like, I mean, are you gonna like actually like genuinely try and scout out the area, or are you just kind of like do like a quick look?
I'm just doing a quick glance.
Okay, then go ahead and do 2 purple die and 1 black die.
Oof. Okay.
And then tell me what you got.
I got a failure. All right.
Failure, yeah. So, then you kind of like look around and you don't really see anything that's like accessible, that wouldn't like require like drawing attention to yourselves.
Okay. Yikes.
we're in
Well,
trouble. Oh
Hold
boy.
on. Well, I mean, we could just back down before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Like if
Maybe-
he gave us, it was
maybe-
just like you can't come in. We could
maybe
either
just-
double down and try to convince him, or I don't know who has the highest. Do we? What characteristic would it be to talk them into something?
To talk them into something? That
Yeah.
would be like a charm check or
Charm or cunning or
or
something?
it'd be
I'm
charm or
very
coercion.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can like persuade them.
Okay.
Coercion. It might be easier to find another exit or entrance though, because there's for sure gonna be one.
I mean,
one,
we
I'm
can
assuming.
try. We can try once more, I guess. I mean,
They
all
might
they
go
told us is that
aggro.
we can't come in.
Okay,
Oh
I'll just
my
try again.
God.
Just like unaggressively like insist we could do it.
But who's doing it? And
Who has the highest?
Wait,
Who has the
hold on.
highest?
I have a. Well, I have 1 for my.
You have 1?
Because the highest would be dice pool, yeah.
yeah, you did.
Oh wait, no,
cool.
not coercion, because we're doing it unaggressively.
So it'd be.
So it'd be
It'd be
What's the
charm.
highest? I only have 1.
I have 0. I'm like neutral on that.
I
I've
have,
So-
got 2.
You have 2 as
guys?
well. Okay.
What about
so
you
I
guys?
don't need her, Yaz.
I say Yaz does. Let's
Yes,
see if
you're a
you-
go.
No,
Here we go.
Vundi,
Here we
Vundi.
go.
So Vundi, your die pool, you have 2.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you're looking at rank. You need to look at just die pool.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm the least charming of the. All right, I get it.
Is there an option
Stupid,
where
uncharming
Aurora
Zarlue.
Starhall can take off her clothes and persuade this guard in another way?
Probably not. I mean, these guys. I mean, these are Imperial security guards. I mean, they're not gonna,
Dude, that's indecent. We're gonna get in trouble from the Imperials, dude. They're gonna shoot us.
Can
Yes,
we?
do you have any ideas? Do
Okay,
you
yeah.
think we should-
I can roll it.
Okay, so who's rolling?
Yes.
Yaz.
Yaz. Okay, Yaz. Go ahead and roll 2 purple die, with whatever your charm is. I believe it's 2
think
green
it's
die.
two green.
green, 2 purple.
Yeah, 2 green, 2
Oh, boy.
purple.
Yikes.
Failure and an advantage.
Damn it! I wish I had a roll.
Failure and an advantage. Okay. So you guys kind of press them again. Or Yaz, you kind of press them again. And he goes, and the security guard kind of like stands up and he's like, all right, listen, I like you guys a lot. All right.
Oh,
You
that's
guys-
so nice.
He likes
That's
us
so
already.
nice.
You guys have provided me with an experience that I probably haven't experienced in about 10 years of being a guard here.
Ooh.
You guys can get a fake identity chip somewhere, all right? Just don't tell me where you
Hey.
got it. All right. And he kind of like
Oh
he
my
kind of like
goodness.
shoos you guys off the steps like to get out of here.
Get the fuck.
Did he tell us where to get it?
No, he doesn't tell you.
No,
He just
yeah,
tells
okay.
you that you can get a fake one somewhere.
Okay, well, why don't we look for like actually like actively scout for another entrance before we go?
Yeah,
and play
let's try that. Let's
stupid
try that.
identity chip.
What would
Those are
Hey, out of curiosity, Maddie,
Yeah.
what would be coordination? Like, would that be? Could I coordinate like a scout?
No,
Should I-
coordination's more like your hand-eye
That'd
coordination.
be like
I believe.
perception,
And
yeah.
coordination. Okay.
Perception would be scouting.
Scouting, yeah, it'd be basically like how you're perceiving your surroundings and stuff
Okay,
like
because
that.
my perception's 1 yellow, 2 green. I don't know who has the highest perception. Because I guess we could scout. Like, whoever's
I'm
highest
on 2
perception
green.
could scout.
I only
green.
have 2.
Yeah,
Two?
so I think
Alright.
Vundy has the highest then.
I have 2. Yeah, I have 2.
No big
efficiency.
deal. Flex
Alright,
big
so-
perception muscles.
All right, so Vundy, how hard are you gonna look?
Really hard.
Okay.
With my eyeballs.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and roll 3 purple die.
Wait. Oh.
For
Okay.
difficulty.
Okay, maybe mediumly hard.
You're gonna do 3.
I'm gonna
purple
look
die.
well, but I'm not gonna spend like 7 years on this. You know, 3
and
die.
then
Okay.
and then you roll whatever your perception is.
Oh, we're in
wait.
trouble.
So okay, so 2 green, 1 yellow. Dude, we're not in trouble. I got this. Oh.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Oh boy. Oh
This is
boy.
a mixed bag. I got 3 successes, 4 threat, and 1 dark side.
Oh
Wait, oh
boy.
fuck! I didn't mean to
You
roll
mean-
the dark side. Never mind. Sorry. I got 3 successes and 4 threat.
3 successes and 4 threat.
Yeah.
Okay. You did, after looking a little bit, you do notice that there is another entrance in the side, kind of the side. It would take a little bit of climbing down to. But you also notice that there's a couple of stormtroopers hanging out over there.
So there's
These
another
songs
entrance.
say
Wait,
every-
is this an entrance to the thing, or is this
This looks like another entrance.
Okay, so were we looking for another entrance, or were we looking for a way to get?
Like literally
Well,
anything.
looking for another entrance, basically.
Well,
if it
I mean
looks-
that's the entrance. We'd have to climb for it, so I'm assuming it's on the actual door.
yeah.
Well, okay, wait. Well, how about I guess at this point, someone will probably have to distract the stormtroopers while the other people go in, or something.
Is
Can
that
I-
possible?
Yep. So this is entering without the fake ID, yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Or we could get the fake IDs.
Yeah. It's like there's these guys everywhere. We should try just get fake IDs because he said he'll
Yeah.
already let us through.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
Let's
So
go
I think-
ask.
Can we go ask around?
Yeah, we'll have to go
Um,
look for locals or something.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Well,
where
maybe we can
do you guys want to look? Like, do you want to
I
look?
feel like sketchy alleys would be a good place to
Yeah, I was
start.
gonna say the same thing.
Do you guys want to like go back to the starport or like where? Like,
Yeah, let's go back to the starport. Yo, there's probably someone at the starport.
Can we go back to the starport? Maybe just can you tell us what's around there?
At the starport.
Yeah, sure. So as you guys enter in the starport, you notice that there's a pretty decent mix of ships there. You see like a couple freighters. You see a few small passenger transport ships. You see one Imperial transport, so you know that a Grand Moff is there, like a governor.
A moth.
But yeah, they're called Moffs. There's Moffs and Grand Moffs, and from which you guys know, only Moffs and above.
My grandma's a real sweetheart.
Moffs and aboves, basically, ride in these ships. So there's also like a couple of like what seems to be like mercenaries just walking around, like, you know, just talking to people. There's definitely a lot of people you could ask.
Mm, let's look for like someone younger who looks like they could be like, you know,
Yeah. I
in
feel
with
like we
the
need to look
kids.
for-
We're
yeah.
looking for university students here, not old dads.
Are you looking for like a group then, or like what are you looking for?
No, like let's try to approach someone who's not necessarily in a group. Maybe I don't know. Is there any just like?
Is there any
Let's
like?
look, I look for a university-aged student who is not in a group, but also okay.
Okay, who all is gonna be looking?
Can I look separately just so it can cover more ground?
Sure, you can do that. Are you all gonna look separately, or?
I
Yeah,
think
we can all just split up and meet back up here at the starport.
All right.
All right. So you're all gonna go ahead and roll perception checks again, and just go ahead and roll 1 purple die this time.
Okay, I got 1 success and 2 advantages. Feels good, man.
Okay, so 1 success and 2 advantage. Okay, Blue, what'd you get?
I got a failure and a advantage.
Okay, so Blue, you did not find anyone, and we'll get back to your advantage in a second. Nato, what did you get?
2 successes.
2 successes.
That's right.
Okay, and then Yaz, what did you get?
2 successes and an advantage.
All right,
Okay,
listen
cool.
here, buckos. All right,
All right,
I don't want to be
um,
the only failure during this entire run. All right. Come on.
So, Vani, did you say you had any advantages?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have 1 success and 2 advantages.
Okay. So this guy, he points you in the right direction, and he points you to this strange freighter that kind of looks like a horseshoe, almost. It's and in it you see a human and what looks to be a Wookiee, just kind of hanging out there loading stuff into the.
It's Hunter.
Oh,
is it Chewbacca?
Heckin' Chewbacca.
And they're loading stuff into this freighter, and NATO, the same thing happens to you. They point you to that direction. Yaz, same thing.
Yeah.
Blue, however, what happens is you start asking around, and you come into contact with this Rhodian. He's basically an alien that looks like. He's got these big black eyes, and he's got like almost like a snout, like an anteater, and he kind of speaks in this alien language. And translated, he tells you, "Are you trying?" He kind of looks at you and he goes, "Are you trying to get me in trouble and break the rules?"
Ooh.
And he kind of just like stares at you menacingly, and then you notice that he's kind of like, he kind of like takes a seat on his cargo, and like all of a sudden you see his blaster pistol kind of like sitting, like in front of him.
He just like casually just has his hand on his Glock. Okay.
And
Yep.
He don't have Glocks in Star Wars.
but he's kind of like staring at you, like waiting for you to respond.
Okay. So he says he asked if I was trying to get him into trouble.
Yeah, basically, if you're trying to break the law.
Tell him a sob story, or like pull on his nose or something.
Poke him in the big eye.
Okay. I tell him. Fuck. I basically just say like, no, not at all. Just decided to go for a walk, looking around. Just looking around.
He kind of shakes his head at you like, all right, yeah, whatever, and then he kind of snarls at you and he goes, "I'm a wanted bounty hunter, so if you don't get out of here, I'm gonna put a price on your head." And then he kind of like turns around.
Wait, did you say he's a wanted bounty hunter?
He's a wanted bounty hunter, and he's basically saying
Get
like,
out of that, dude.
he's basically saying like, if you keep bugging him, he's gonna put a price on your head next.
Yeah, so I straight up walk away. Don't really need to deal with that at the moment.
Okay.
So
you notice the others around this freighter, and there's clapping going on in the music. Oh, hold on one second.
That's us. Like that's clapping Blue because he made it out alive.
Jesus Christ.
Finally caught up to us.
So as you approach this guy and his Wookiee, he kind of looks at you guys, and he's got a real cool demeanor about him, and he's they're loading up these things. They're clearly in a hurry just to get out of there. Like they don't want to be there at all. They look kind of nervous. And he kind of just like tries to ignore you almost.
Ignores all of us.
Well, he tries to ignore you. Like he kind of like he knows you're there, but he tries to like.
And so have we regrouped, by the way? Sorry.
Yeah, you're with the group again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he's trying to-
let's go over to the U-shaped freighter.
Well, you guys are already there. He's kind of like he
there.
sees you guys are there, like kind of like
Sorry,
standing
Zombie.
around. No, you're fine. He's like he sees you guys are there, and him and his Wookiee are loading stuff in, and he's like trying to
Let's
like
engage. I engage this man.
Help
I-
load. Help load.
Help.
you want to
help him.
Okay, so you're just you're gonna ask.
Is that weird? It's like, what if someone's doing
feel
their
like-
job and I was
yeah.
like, "Hi, I'm gonna help lift this now."
Can I
straight and I'm
stealth onto
helping
his
you.
ship just to take a look around? Is there any
Here,
like
why don't I
areas
say,
that can-
"Hey, You
Well,
need a
hold on,
hand
hold
like
on,
that?
hold on. So, Blue, you want to try and sneak onto his ship?
Yeah.
You trying
yeah.
to kill us?
What? Why
Han
would you
Solo
do
we're
that?
up against here.
We can just
No,
we have
I-
money.
Chewbacca
Why don't
and
we
Han
just
Solo.
buy stuff from them? Why do we have to go stealth onto the ship?
You guys don't have to.
Okay, well
You
you
gotta die.
Is it just the two of them? Is it just
If you
the
get caught,
human
I
and
don't
the,
know
and
who
the
you are.
You see,
gotta-
basically, it's almost,
You don't know.
it's almost the only thing you know is that you can see a Wookiee coming out, taking these big cargo boxes and going back in, and then coming back out, and the human is just kind of monitoring things. That's all you know. So you don't know if there's
Well, I
more
think we
people or
should,
not.
What we go to
We
like,
should just
hey,
approach
I
him.
heard you got some of those identity chips for sale.
That's risky.
Well, he's just literally this is what he does though. Okay, wait, we can make it less suspicious. Why don't we be like,
Yeah, we need. Ooh.
I just have good stealth. You know, I just wanted to see if I could see anything. You know, sneak some
No.
stuff in my pocket. All right. That's fine.
actually, no, dude. If I go up to him, we'll go up to him. We'll ask him to sell us something. If he says no, then I'll use force emotion. Wait, what's it called? Can you tell me the proper name of my skill so I can actually say?
It's influence, but the common name is Jedi Mind Trick.
Jedi Mind Trick. Yeah, okay, so I
Make
can like
him
go up
feel
to
real
him, and if
happy
he
to
says
see you.
no, then I can try using Jedi Mind Trick.
Okay.
No, because last time that happened, it didn't work.
Yeah,
out.
but that was
This
just
guy's
one
different.
time.
yeah,
Guy's
but he
a
has
different
friend.
guy.
Yeah,
The
well, I might
Wookiee's
not. I
busy.
might
Also,
not
I don't
screw
want
up.
the Wookiee. I don't want the Wookiee screaming in my face.
Yeah, I don't want to
Because
risk
that's just
that.
gonna cause
Okay,
strain.
well, you guys have a better idea. What do you want to do? Give him a back massage
I
first?
I feel like we just
Just
need to talk to
calm me
him
up
and see
person,
what he
yeah.
says.
Just make casual conversation, like, "Hey, I'm interested in what you're selling." You know?
Is he
Nothing
selling
specific.
things?
Oh, okay, yeah. Say, hey, do you sell anything? And then once we engage a conversation, maybe he'll be like, or we also have a special stock if you're interested. Wink, wonk. But
Make up the rules now.
trader muscles. Well, I don't know what'll happen, but it's possible.
Okay, so
We
you
have
get-
to start talking
So
to him.
you guys want to talk to him?
Let's engage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So who's gonna talk to him first, and who's gonna actually initiate the conversation?
Not me.
I will
Okay.
gladly.
all right.
Jacinto Mai coming in.
All right.
Coming in.
How do you engage him?
I say, hey, we just arrived here. We just landed in the spaceport, and we're looking for supplies. Do you have anything for sale?
He kind of glances over at you, and he goes, "Are you talking to me?"
Oh, he's got sass.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
say, yeah, I saw you loading stuff up here, so I figured you must be some kind of trader or merchant.
He goes,
Can you help us, or direct us at least?
He kind of looks at you, and he goes, or he kind of looks at you, and then he looks back at his Wookiee, and his Wookiee kind of just shrugs his shoulders, you know,
Just,
kind of he's just kind of I don't know, you know, and he goes, "I'll tell you what, kid, I do have stuff for sale. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of identity chips I stole off a few stormtroopers.
Oh my.
You
This
interested?"
is exactly what we were looking for. How
I
did he know?
say, I don't want to be too young. I don't want to be too you know.
He can't-
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be like, yeah, I guess we could. Those might come in handy. What are you selling those for, bud?
He kind of looks
there,
at
bud.
your group and kind of stares you all down and kind of he's trying to figure out a price point here, and he goes 500 credits.
Ooh, how much?
I,
wait, do
I
we know how
check
many
my
credits
I,
we
we
have?
all I check my wallet
Okay.
do we?
or my credit chip or
Do we-
whatever.
do we need to
I have.
So
for that?
no,
No,
you
we
guys
have-
you,
we
you
have.
guys you guys have credits that should be on your
Oh, it's in our character sheet.
yeah
Okay.
Wait, is it 500 each or total?
I don't know, leave that to Vunder. He didn't
Good
ask.
question. Ask him. Is it 500 each or 500 total?
And does he have 4 of them?
He kind of
How
goes
many do you have? Yeah.
he goes
2,600.
he goes they're gonna be 500 each, and I have as
Yeah, I don't
many
have
as you
that.
need.
Fuck. Okay,
don't have
wait.
that.
How much? How much?
Oh.
We gotta check. Oh, I just
I have
gotta know
an
how much
idea.
money I have.
I have an idea.
I could use force
Okay.
mind check to haggle.
Yeah, give him get us some.
All right, try
haggling.
that. Try that. And then I have an idea after that.
What's your idea? Well, say your
Well,
idea.
There's
Yeah,
a
tell us
wanted
first.
bounty hunter. And I'm just saying we could probably,
Hunt him down for credits.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Are you threatening him?
Wait,
no,
whoa.
we don't have to. We don't have to get. We don't have to. No. We don't have to get involved with. We don't have to get involved with him at all. We can just pass along a nonchalant note to the
I have
guards.
73 credits. I'm broke. I'm a broke ass bitch. I can't afford this.
How many do you have?
73.
I only have
You guys are
103.
poor as fuck.
I
How
only
much do you
103.
have?
I have 2,661.
What?
You have
I'll
that
buy-
much?
I'll buy everyone credits.
Okay, I'm gonna haggle him first. 'Cause I'm not
Identity
paying
chips.
$500 a chip.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
haggle him first, and
I
then
could
I'll
try
cover
doing-
the cost, guys. It's
Man,
all good.
what?
Okay, so
Alright,
you're gonna
how
use
about-
you're gonna use your
yes.
Jedi mind trick
So
again.
I'm gonna use mind trick first. I'm gonna say,
Guys can make it up to me later.
you know what? We're students. Like, obviously, we don't have a lot of money. Can you do like a student discount, like 250 a chip?
Oh,
Like,
so
250
you're
a chip.
so
we can do that, but I'm
Wait,
a
if
broke
we're
ass
students,
bitch. I've been
you would assume that we have our.
eating Jedi
so
ramen.
so so are you using the Jedi mind trick for this or no?
So- yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll the force die.
Yikes.
All right. How much? How many?
Just one.
Sorry, how many difficulty? Just none? Oh,
No,
just
no,
the
just
force die?
yeah, just
Okay.
roll the force die.
Oh, I got a dark side.
All right, so if you want to use that, you have to take strain damage.
I'm willing to take one for the team. Wait, how much? I have 12 strain and I've taken one so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take one for the team.
Okay, go ahead and add one more strain damage to
Is there a
yourself.
way to reduce strain?
Yeah, Yaz's character has a way
Where
to.
should I be keeping track of this?
You can keep track on. If you didn't print out your character sheet, you can go to like Photoshop or like any PDF editor and like do it like that. Otherwise, if you want, if you go into Roll20, I believe you can keep track of it there.
All right.
Is that the
Yes,
only thing
I'll
we should
take-
have on our character sheet right now? Is just that strange.
But
I'll just write it.
Oh yeah.
but
Go to
any,
character and then click on you.
I should have printed this out. I didn't even think of it.
I don't know if those character sheets are accurate
Oh,
though.
they're
That's
not.
the
I just
yeah.
did in Microsoft Paint.
That's fine. Okay. So you try to use your Jedi mind trick. You kind of wave your hand again, and he goes, "What do you think I am? A charity case, kid? 500 each."
Oh,
It didn't
Ouch.
work. I took
ouch.
strain for no reason. Unbelievable. Okay.
Are you guys
Blue's-
opposed to the idea of
well,
tossing
this is the
some
thing.
information along?
Wait,
I mean, I've got the
yeah, we could
credits to
say we
buy-
could say what if we gave you some information? I don't know if he's interested in this kind of information though.
Yeah,
Should we ask if he accepts information? This guy's never gonna be able to trace it back to us.
He's so as you guys are talking amongst yourselves, you can notice that the Wookiees. There's only about 2 more crates left, and the Wookiee picks up the second to last crate, and he starts walking towards the ship.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna pay. I've got you guys. I got you. Okay, you just pay me back later. I got this.
Pay you back, Lamau. I'm not paying you back.
Pay me
Excuse me?
back later. All right, pay me back
Wait,
later. I got
do
this.
Do we actually all have to have them?
Yeah. wait,
as
we
as
load up?
as far as you know, you all have to have your own separate identity chip.
well, but that's only if all of us go in. Do we all have to go to meet Ashur, or can only some of us go?
It's
meet
up to
Ashur?
you guys.
Well, because here's the
I feel
thing.
like maybe
If
we get
not
one
all
for
of us
blue.
are going in, we could just go back to that one entrance. Two of us, or one can distract the stormtroopers, and then the 3 of us can sneak in.
Yeah. We'll get one for blue. I think because he
can go in through the
friends with that
front.
guy.
He can go into the front
He's-
after he distracts
He's
everyone.
friends with that guy.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna buy one.
Yeah, so I guess blue will cause a distraction, and then
Wait.
and then
So I guess I'm paying for this then. Is that
Hold
how
on, no,
this
no.
goes?
Yeah, so NATO wants to pay for a chip for me to go in because I personally know Ashur.
because the rest of us will have to sneak in. If we're all
If you
wanna
guys
go.
need to go in, I guess perhaps.
Yeah. So if we all want to go in, you could technically, well, we could try distracting the stormtroopers. You could, and then the 3 of us
Well,
could sneak into the entrance, and then you can go in the front.
Well, Ashur knows that Blue, you do have a group with you. So he does know that there are people with you. He's not going to be like completely thrown back if all of a sudden, a group shows up.
Right. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be thrown back.
Guys,
I just wasn't sure.
I'm
if
really
if
stressed
needed
out
all
right
of
now.
us
I
to
have
go.
2
I'm so
strains.
stressed.
It's only the first 10 minutes.
There's only 2 boxes left. The Wookiee's probably already on the ship and they're about to fly away. Oh boy.
It's up to you, NATO. You're the one with the credits.
yeah,
I
okay.
still want to turn in the bounty hunter because that was an advantage roll.
Because you're the only
But-
with money. If we buy these
Remember
chips, we're broke.
How that was an advantage.
Yeah.
So
But also
You're like
at the
our
same
sugar
time,
daddy.
if we the bounty hunter thing though, they're about to leave. Do we have enough time to do that?
Well, I could walk off. You could still pay for it.
Yeah, they're not gonna want our info if they're leaving. Plus, they're traitors.
I wasn't gonna give
murder.
them the
They're not-
info. I was gonna give the guards the info. and just
Oh
kinda
no, we
pass
don't
it
have that.
Oh,
Well, how
along. You can
man.
buy them before
Okay,
they leave.
Let time for that though. They're
no,
leaving.
that's-
Okay,
Oh,
let's
you
buy
can
one.
leave.
Let's just buy one then, and then I guess we can try the bounty hunter thing at the same time.
Okay,
Wait.
so tell me exactly what you guys are gonna do.
Well, do you guys want to try like a couple
I
of us
say-
go to the front, a couple of
I
us sneak
say-
in?
NATO, did he? Okay, I say NATO maybe gets them for all of us, so we don't have to worry about sneaking in because dice rolls can fuck that up. Yeah, but also we can just see how many credits we can get from.
I'll
that
be
bounty
left
hunter.
with 600 afterwards. Can we get
That's-
credits throughout? Like, do we get?
Oh
credits
yeah,
as we
yeah.
play?
No, never
Okay.
again.
So that's why I say NATO gets credits or gets the chips for everybody.
Yeah,
I'll
you,
buy
all
him.
right.
Can I
So
go
you,
to?
you're gonna buy everyone credits
Can I
then,
just
NATO?
enroll in university?
We spend 6 or 7 years of our life there. And then
they'll
finally
drop out
talk to
after
this
the first-
guy?
I'll just
So-
drop out after the first week.
So NATO, you said you're gonna buy everyone credit or everyone
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of you go up to him. He kind of turns around. He opens up the last crate a little bit. He kind of digs around. Just takes like, or he turns around. He goes, "How many?"
4.
He's waiting on. He's waiting on NATO. So he picks up 4. He closes the chest, hands them over to NATO, and he sticks out his hand, waiting for the credits. You guys make a quick exchange. He kind of pockets the cash. The Wookiee takes the last crate, goes in there, and all of a sudden they fly off. And
And then as I walk away, I go, "Hey, this better not be knockoff garbage, mister."
And as you guys are walking away, all of a sudden you see stormtroopers kind of like just flood into
Oh
the
my-
hangar bay, but they run past you, and instead
Oh,
they
God.
just start shooting at the freighter.
Oh shit.
And you don't know you don't know what they were talking about or what they're saying, but you guys kind of just book it out of the starport after that.
No, dude,
Jeez,
walk, don't
you
run.
could've
That's
told him. Damn
Damn
it, Blue was right.
walk.
All right, you guys are back at the university now.
Okay, we
They
talked to the
learned-
short guy.
Okay.
We
Why
gotta talk
isn't
to the short
stupid
guy.
Ashur just let us in like himself? What a dumb.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna go in now.
Yeah.
we- Speak
Alright.
to the short guy
Present
because he
their
said he
credits.
doesn't care.
Chill.
He'll let us
Alright.
in.
All right. So he kind of looks at you guys and he goes, "Identification chips, please."
And we show
We
them
hand 'em.
our identification chips.
All right,
Like,
and
say, "Hey, sir. Hey, again. We found our chip 60."
and he looks at it. He scans them. And as they're scanning them, they do like a little like pat and they ask question like just really nonchalantly like, "Are you carrying any contraband or restricted to materials? Are you armed? And if so, do you have a permit for your weapon? Do your studies require restricted research material?" And just like he kind of like nonchalantly goes through them, like that. And when Yaz comes through, he scans it and notices it appears as a stormtrooper, and he kind of smirks at you, Yaz, and he goes, "I never seen a female stormtrooper before."
Oh,
And he kind of like winks at you. He kind of winks at you a bit as you go through.
Starbucks all over again.
But
Are you
okay.
a model?
As you guys are finally enter, before you see this giant dome above you, and you see
domes.
basically like these you see like almost like librarian carts. It's like futuristic versions of those that are kind of like going across slowly, like with books and scholars and stuff. And this goes up, several, as far as you guys can tell, it seems to go on almost infinitely to the top. But as you guys walk in, you're looking around. A thin, wiry man with a shaved head and a cybernetic brain implant approaches your group, and he's wearing like a dull gray and like semi-official suit. He smiles pleasantly at all of you, and he kind of reaches out to shake each of your hands individually, and he goes, "Welcome to Feller in our university here. I am Proctor Aaron Garai, and before we let you delve into our research materials, the university would like to give you a quick orientation tutorial. I know it sounds tedious, but we do have a certain way we like things done here."
Yikes.
Well, I mean, the one thing is,
I don't want to.
we kind of have to find out. We kind of have to find out where Ashur is, anyways.
Yeah. We'll take the tutorial.
Okay, so you guys take the tutorial. Let me just double check. Okay, so this man Garai, he brings you guys to a small, like, semi-circular theater lecture room, and in the center there's a computer desk, and it gives the lecturer like several screens, like, to manipulate, you know, for like holograms.
Can we play solitaire with the lecturer?
Not right now.
Okay.
Does he have
Just checking.
I'm sorry.
Does he have Minesweeper on that as well?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you know, his OS is a little newer, so it doesn't come with Minesweeper, you know.
He doesn't have Minesweeper.
No, he does. I know.
I don't want to live in the future.
But
I hate those.
some of the screens that you guys can tell, there's one that has a display of the archives. It's kind of like rotating, like almost like a hologram. And you're assuming that's how he can reference certain books and stuff like that. The two campus security guards, or as you guys are kind of sitting down in the lecture room, two campus security guards post themselves at the exit and just kind of sit there. And then Garai is up at the front where the computers are, and he kind of puts his hands behind his back and he kind of looks at you guys and just, Feller University is a major center for advanced learning in the sector, and our archive is crucial for that effort. For that reason, we take great pains to maintain proper procedure for research efforts. Some of our artifacts are tens of thousands of years old, and this knowledge must be protected and preserved and understood. He continues this in vain for some time, like discussing the proper procedures for requesting information, checking out like data pads and stuff like that. Basically, how to go through everything, what you need to do to analyze artifacts, and any new findings. You need to report them. What's up?
Can I ask him a question, or is he busy? talking?
He's still like kind of going through this.
Okay, as soon as I can ask a question, that would be great.
All this information, it's just really boring. Like, you guys are kind of like struggling to like stay intently like
tell me
involved.
about it.
And finally, at the end, he transitions into asking. He kind of turns it open really quick before questions. He goes, "And now, if you could you please each tell me about each of your studies and what you all study?"
Oh my.
Okay, you go first, Bundy.
All right. Can I just Jedi
So-
mind trick my way out of this?
You get-
Damn it.
So just the studies that you guys have is under knowledge skills. So those are what is going to pass.
Okay.
And this doesn't
I'm actually
seem
studying education.
I'm here to study.
I'm
Okay,
taking an education degree. I want to teach children. My name's Jacinto Mai, and I want to start my own preschool.
I'm gonna be co-founder as well. That's what I'm here for.
All right, Vunder,
Well, you can-
what is your let me see.
Youth education or early ed.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is Vunder, you're gonna roll. You're gonna roll one red,
Roll for this.
you're
Oh, no.
one red, two purple,
Oh,
and then
boy.
whatever your education is.
What?
Yikes.
Oh, I should have done core worlds. Oh,
Oh
no.
boy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
I should wait. Can I use Jedi mind trick to convince him?
This isn't a guy you want to use Jedi mind trick on. He has a brain implant.
He's a
Oh,
big
dude,
boy.
he's got a brain implant. Can I take it
Yeah.
out? Can I punch it out?
You take him
Can I
down.
punch out his
just
stupid
take
face?
him down. Pull his
Okay,
head open.
Wait, one red, two purple, and
And
two
What have
green?
you
Oh, this is
done?
gonna be a disaster.
Oh,
You got
God.
this.
Oh no. Two green, two purple, one red. Oh no! I got a failure and a threat.
You've
Uh,
come so far from
What have you
that.
done?
okay, he kind of just
just
smiles.
shut my mouth.
He smiles at you and he goes, "Very nice." And then he points to Zarlue and he says, "And you?"
And then I tell him that.
but he's being all. Okay.
And this is what we're studying.
Yeah. What are you guys
Yeah.
studying?
It would be warfare for me.
Warfare. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, warfare. He's kind of like very intrigued. You're gonna roll 2 red and 1 purple.
Son of a bitch. And then whatever
wait,
it is. Okay.
what?
And your dice pool, right?
2 red?
Yeah.
And your dice
Dude,
roll. Okay.
you're hacked, man.
I just got 3
You're
threats.
going to jail.
3 threats. Okay.
We're in trouble. We're going into university prison.
Asher, help!
We're going into university prison.
All right.
Is Asher a teacher here? Can he get us out of this?
Um.
I just started screaming Asher at the top of my lungs.
Do you want to do that?
Asher! No, I don't want to do that.
No. I use force mind trick, even though I don't have the force.
Okay. So really quick. So Vundy, did you say you had a threat too?
I had a threat and yeah, 1 threat, 1 failure.
Okay. So all right. So 1. Okay, and then Blue. He kind of. Did you say you got a failure, right, Blue?
No failures, just 3 threats.
Oh, 3
That's
threats.
not bad.
Yep.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "You seem like the one that knows warfare." And he looks at Aurora and he goes, "Aurora," kind of points to you and he goes, "And you?"
Maybe he's cool. Maybe he doesn't even care.
So I just pick one of the things under knowledge.
Under knowledge, yeah.
Your best one.
How about lore?
Oh.
Lore. Okay.
Studious.
You're gonna go ahead and roll, 1 red, 2 purple,
Oh,
and then whatever your lore is.
Okay. 1 red, 2 purple, 4 green.
4 green, Jesus.
3 advantage.
That's it. 3 advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good thing Yaz is here.
That guy's stupid. He doesn't have any good knowledge skills.
he looks at you and
Dummy.
he looks at you and he goes, "I could tell you're the sharpest one of the group. Make sure you
Alright.
keep these ones in
Alright.
line."
Okay.
And then he
Right.
finally
I
he
disagree.
he looks to NATO, finally at Tac'an Maw, and he goes, "And finally, what is your field of study?"
No.
Okay, alright. Alright here. First of all, I'm the brightest.
I just
Of
got a
everyone.
bad feeling in my
I'm-
gut for this.
I am here to study education, okay? This is what I do.
Very nice. Okay. Go ahead and roll 1 red, 2 purple, and then whatever your education is.
1 thread. Jeez.
1 threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it? That's not bad.
All right. And he goes,
didn't get any
"Very nice. I see you want to pass on the information to the next generation." And he kind of like steps back to the front and he goes, "If there's anything you need, please contact me. I want your stay to be both pleasant and illuminating.
I have a question right now.
Good
For
luck
him before he
on
leaves.
your research." He's not leaving. He's staying in the
Oh.
front. He goes, "Good luck on your research." And then before he finishes, he also goes, "Oh, and one last thing. Because you are our guests here and we want to make sure everything goes smoothly, we're gonna have 6 guards accompany you through your journey through the university to make sure that
Jacinto
things
Mai.
He didn't have a choice.
just to make sure that things go smoothly while you're here."
Oh no.
Okay. Well,
okay.
we're in the school now. It doesn't matter. We'll like find Asher and then okay.
Except we don't want
They're
we don't
gonna-
want the guards with
Oh.
us when we go to see
Yeah,
Asher. 'cause
well,
Asher
okay,
wanted to
I
keep it on the down low.
is Asher a professor?
He is just a scholar that's visiting. He's not a
Okay.
professor.
Oh, yikes.
So before what the hell's his name? Proctor. Before the Proctor leaves.
Aaron
like, oh.
Garai.
Proctor or Mr. Garai. By the Dr. Garai, sorry. By the way, I was wondering, an old friend of mine, Ashur something, is a scholar visiting, and I wouldn't mind catching up with him. Would you happen to know where he is?
He kind of smiles at you and he goes, "I've never heard that name before."
Fuck.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And he kind of, you could just tell that he's
Say-
just like smiling,
just-
I
Just-
say,
Just sassy.
you're a liar, you cheat. No, I don't say that.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Say
Okay.
okay, bye, leave.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
And as
Don't
you,
say that. Don't leave that last part.
as you so as you guys leave, these six these six security guards, they do not have weapons on them. They walk 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side, and then you 4 are in the center of them. They don't really ask questions.
wide.
They just
They're just there to follow.
they're just following you guys basically.
Guys, I think we should all go to the bathroom and escape.
You guys do remember from the holo message that Ashur said to meet him in the archives, though.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess
Jacinto Mai has to go to the little boys' room.
I have to go as well. All of us have to actually.
Wait. Actually, maybe we should.
Excuse me.
I was
don't have
actually
to
just
pee.
I was actually just gonna use the washroom, but maybe we should think about these things first. If we actually are gonna use the washroom as a method of escape, I don't know. We gotta think about this. We gotta find Ashur. Is what we gotta do. We need to find out. We gotta find out where this man is.
Well, he's in the archives.
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
He's in the archives. We know that.
Yeah.
Why the
told
hell
us
did I
to
even
meet him
ask
there.
that?
Maddie
I should have
just
asked him where the archives were.
Fantastic.
Now we gotta find the stupid. Okay,
all right, Maddie. Is
There's
there,
gotta be
Proctor's
signs.
still
any-
nearby.
is there any signs that are directing towards the archives? So,
There's not necessarily any signs, but there are a lot of scholars that are, just like kind of
Can we just
talking.
go ask a scholar.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
ask somebody.
Who's gonna ask?
I can ask.
No.
Why not? Yeah, I ask a scholar.
yeah. Okay.
Unless Blue wants to do it.
No. You got this.
No, can we let someone else besides when you do
Okay, I am going.
You don't
to then.
trust me?
it? You try to
Okay, you know what?
trick
Screw it.
every
I'm
person
doing
you
it.
meet.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Mine.
it. You know what? I'm sorry, Blue, but apparently I need to prove myself to someone. All right, I go talk to the scholar and ask
Oh,
him.
Jesus.
Where's the archive?
The scholar. So the scholar that you approach, Vunder, he's a very short species of scholar. His robes look like they're a little bit too big for him, and he kind of looks at you.
Yoda!
And he just he looks kind of like a pig, and he's got like a snout, and he kind of looks at you, and he just kind of like, and then like puts his hood up, and then he kind of like turns around, like he doesn't want to like talk to you.
Okay, well, I find a
Tac'an
more
Maw steps in
approachable-
and
I
gives
find a
him the
more
biggest swirly
approachable
of his
scholar.
life.
All right, one at a time. So Nato, what are you gonna do?
Okay, no, don't listen to what I
I
said.
think we should find a more approachable scholar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys notice that there is a few human scholars that are just kind of talking amongst each other, not really doing anything.
We can go up to them. Yeah, let's go up to them.
Are you talking to him again?
Okay. Well, what do you say?
I say, hey, excuse me, we're new students here, and we're wondering if you could direct us to the archives.
One of the scholars looks at you and he goes, "Students aren't allowed in the archives. That's for scholars
good.
and researchers only."
Did I say students? I meant scholars.
He kind of, one of them just kind of like, they just kind of turn around.
All right, I go back to the unapproachable guy, and I ask him. I changed my mind.
But he snorted at you.
Yeah, well, I'll force mind trick him if I have to.
Oh no.
You have 3 guards with you. Just remember
And
that.
Oh,
Well, 6 total. Yeah.
6 total, yeah, but 3 would be able to
Let's
see.
ask him then. All right, let's go. Let's talk to him.
So you're gonna talk to the little one
I
again?
say, hi, me and my friends are scholars.
Is you talking to the little one again?
We're no, sorry, yeah. We'll say we're researchers here.
He
and,
cuts you
we're
off.
new, we're-
He cuts you off right there, and he kicks you in the shin, and then walks away.
Kicks me in the shin? What a fucking asshole!
Is there
I
any?
told you.
Is there any Zabrak scholars? walking around?
No, there's no Zabrak scholars. They're all what's considered to be like more intelligent species. Like,
Yeah, Zabraks are dum-dums.
that's not what I was getting at, but
Okay.
but yeah, I mean it's mostly like humans and stuff like that.
Okay, Aurora, I think you're gonna need to heal Jacinto's shin, by the way.
No.
It was a
I
pretty
No.
good kick.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let you guys. I think you guys might have forgot. You have to be
I'm not
very.
going anywhere until
you-
Mrs. Starhall heals my boo boo.
You guys have to be very careful using the Force.
Okay, I don't use the.
You like that. That's why like you typically there's a negative side effect that comes with using the Force.
I kiss Vundy's shin better.
Yeah.
With
Do I
your
need to
little
roll?
weird
And
tentacle
I give,
face. Okay.
and then
Yeah.
after he does that, I give Nato a light tap on the bum with my hand.
Do we need a roll for that?
No,
That,
no,
You didn't roll for
you
that?
don't need to roll for that. Um,
Okay.
kind of noticing that you guys are wandering around aimlessly. One
yeah.
human scholar comes up to you and goes, "You guys must be new researchers here. Is there anything that I can do to help you guys around?"
Yeah, we would love to know where the fucking archives are. but censor the F word, please.
This is where we're just gonna wander
Please
around.
you paraphrase for me.
This Bundy's
If I
just like,
say that,
"Hi."
please don't actually say that to the NPC.
Bundy's just screaming in the hallway, just like, help! I don't know where
I ask him politely where the fucking archives are.
He goes, "The archives are in the next building over. You shouldn't really have too much trouble getting to them, especially scholars of your status."
Okay, well, we can just leave out the front door and be like, okay, bye, stormtroopers. We're leaving your stupid campus. You don't have to follow us anymore, and then we just go to the next building.
I think it's still on campus though.
It's still
Well,
on
we're-
campus.
Why did we come into this stupid building in the first place? This took so much work.
This is a tutorial room. Everyone has to do the tutorial.
We could just leave campus and come back.
Okay, hold on, Maddie. Just to catch up real quick. What's so the objective is to go talk to Ashur in the room. Do we need when the hologram when we were listening to the hologram in the ship? Did he say that we needed to bring anything with us?
No, he just said, "Just meet me there," and I'm sure you guys will be able to get in.
No issues getting there, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Was the security check to get into the campus or into the building?
It was to get into the main building. So the way this campus
Couldn't
works.
we just go back to the starport?
Okay, so the way I'll explain this how this works. So the way this works is there's this giant skyscraper at first, and that is the main entrance to get into the archives, the actual university, and everything like that. Like imagine it like a circular dome almost, like going around. So you have to, in order to get to the archives, you have to get into the front. So there's there's walls,
So we can't leave in
and then there's the building, and then behind the building there's the archives. Think about it like that.
All right, well,
So I'm assuming the scholar points us in the right direction.
Yeah,
we
he
just go
points
over
you
there.
guys to the right direction.
So
He's like,
we start wandering over there.
okay. In the archives, right as you guys are about to enter the archives, one of the guards, he kind of steps up and he goes, "I must inform you that my superiors have told me that only 2 of you are allowed at a time.
Into the archives.
You 2 can go in, but the other 2 must wait a certain amount of time before they come in.
Okay.
After.
Oh, well, Blue is gonna go in anyway because it's his
I'll
friend.
go in.
I'll go in.
And then
No,
Bundy's not going in.
I think Yaz should go in, and
I have
and
forced
Bundy
mind
and I
trick,
will
okay?
wait. Bundy and I will wait.
Okay,
Alright,
so
you guys-
Bundy
I
and
hope
NATO, you guys
don't
are gonna
need
wait?
force mind trick when you're in there. I'm waiting. I'm here.
You gotta get us destroyed.
Bundy's just gonna black out from getting
Tac'an-
so much strain.
I'll have you know. Okay, all right. Just do it. Just get in there.
Okay.
Blue
Alright,
and
I
Yaz,
I
get
walk in.
there.
Okay,
I
so Blue and Yaz are... and as you're pouting, one of the security guard kicks you and he's like, "Pucker up, Buttercup." Anyways, so Aurora and Zarlue, you guys walk in. And in contrast to the bustling city and the campus, this archive building remains very still and silent, almost like a tome. There's noise suppressors that keep the scattered conversations muffled, and the lights remain dim. And there's the scent of like dust and like ancient things, kind of like that permeates in the air, but it's otherwise perfectly filtered air.
That's fantastic. That's a nice change from outside.
I'm lucky I have my mask on.
And you notice that
Sorry, Bundy.
there looks like that there's over 100
whatever.
floors, like not including all the basements that are filled with like power generators and like computer equipment and stuff like that. So there's a lot of floors here. And each floor contains an artifact storage shelves, which are basically like rolling crates snacked neatly on top of each other. And there's maintenance droids like kind of like restocking them, reshelving, helping scholars out if they need to.
Jacinto has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you can go
Okay.
to the bathroom, Bunny.
I actually need
No,
to
like
as well.
in game.
Yeah.
Says my character needs to use the
Okay,
washroom.
all right. My in-game character also needs.
They tell you to use it at the front of the campus.
All right, how do we get there?
Well, hold on, let me finish this first.
Okay.
So, Blue and Yaz, as you guys kind of are done like looking around like in astonishment, Ashur is standing right there, and he gives you a really hearty like hug, and he goes, "I'm so glad you got inside. I've been going out of my mind waiting for a chance to share in this discovery. I have a feeling about this talisman. It's not just a piece of jewelry. It's special. I know it." And then he looks at two of the guards and he kind of shoos them off, like get out of here. So the two guards that were with you, Blue and Yaz, are no longer with you guys.
Fantastic.
He has the ability to do that.
Ashur's such a genius.
And Ashur basically like shows you guys around, like tells you about some of the things, some of the history and whatnot, and then finally he has this kind of room that also Nato and Blue, you guys, or Nato and Vunder, you guys have no idea what's happening right now, so you can't use this to your
La, 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 la,
yeah,
la,
like
la,
you
la.
can't use it to your advantages and whatnot.
Should we have ourselves like deafened?
No, it's fine. You guys can listen to it. It's just like you can't
we
meta.
just
You
don't
can't.
metagame.
Yeah, you can't metagame it. So as Ashur's taking Zarlue and Aurora through, he kind of explains things. He takes you guys to like a private study. And as he enters the study, he kind of closed the door and he goes, "So, there's two problems with this talisman. Besides not knowing enough about what it is, I'm not sure where it came from either. The university receives dozens of cultural artifacts from across the galaxy every day. They get put into storage immediately for cataloging. Unfortunately, a lot of the paperwork is incomplete or just missing. It did come with some starship wreckage, but who knows if it's from the same dig site." He smiles, kind of, like disappointed. "It's frustrating as it is exciting." And kind of in this room, though, you notice that there's a lot of things in there. There's like an ancient helmet that's been like cut in half. There's like this old, like what looks to be like almost like a like an old like hollow messenger. There's this kind of weird core looking thing that you're not really sure. And then laying on the center table is the talisman. And so he kind of like looks to you guys and he goes, "You guys, any before we begin, I should explain a few things. Do you know what this helmet is?" And he kind of points to the ancient helmet that's been like cut in half.
Would that be that's not Darth Vader's helmet, is it?
No. I mean this as far as you guys are aware, you've never even Darth Vader is almost like a legend almost. Like it's like you're not really, and no one's really sure if he exists or not. Very few people have actually seen him.
Okay.
But it's just like this ancient helmet cut in half, and he basically asks you, like, do you guys know what this is?
I would say no in that case.
You can also try like a knowledge check.
I'm smart. Can I pretend I know what it is?
You
Knowledge
can you could do knowledge.
I guess we could do knowledge check.
You would
Do it.
You do a knowledge check, yes. So you would do an outer. This is an outer rim check.
Can I also roll?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I'm done. Is it just two?
It's gonna be 2 difficulty die.
2 difficulty, okay. So
What's that one?
the purple.
Purple. So you're gonna roll 2 purple, and then whatever your outer rim is.
I have an advantage and a failure for me.
Okay. And then Yaz
3 success, 2 threat.
and 2 threat.
Mhm.
Okay. So Yaz, you remember through ancient readings that this is a Mandalorian helmet. And Mandalorians are an ancient warrior species that went to war with the Jedi thousands of years ago. And What you do notice, though, is that the helmet was cut in half by a lightsaber. And that's about all that you know about this. But it is like an ancient... the Mandalorian helmet looks very similar to the Stormtrooper's helmet. So this looks like, basically, like, imagine like the first model, basically. On top of that, Blue, you recognize, kind of checking out, that this, the old transponder belonged to a ship called the Astral Jester, which basically there were folk tales about. You thought that it was a ship that, just in legends, basically. It wasn't anything that you thought was real. And the modern captain of the Jester knew secret hyperspace lanes through the deep core, but never returned from one of his travels there. And that's about all you guys know. You also, kind of in your findings, you see a Stormtrooper's officer's report just kind of hanging out.
Okay.
All right. So now Ashur kind of like pushes you guys forward, and he kind of like shows you guys the talisman. And Yaz, Blue, you do not feel this, but Yaz, the talisman feels like it's a living thing, and it exudes this like calm and serenity. But you also sense sadness and loss, guilt, and mourning. You intuit a wish. You intuit a wish to do better and to be better. And you feel like this talisman will help you achieve this goal.
You should steal the talisman. Just kidding. I can't do that. I'm outside.
Ashur kind of goes, and he kind of he goes, I've put the talisman on myself, but I haven't experienced anything yet. It stops glowing. It stops. It's very confusing, and he kind of like ushers you to put it on, Yaz.
What?
Okay, sure.
Don't do it.
It's
gonna kill
You're
you.
gonna get mind controlled by the Force.
As you put the talisman on, almost instantly, your eyes like kind of open wide, like almost like this vision is being implanted in your mind. You find yourself on a stone dais, staring at a hidden safe embedded in a floor, and it's a holocron that sits nestled in the safe's center. And the safe's lid is a stone block the size of an astromech droid, and it lies off to one side. The dais stands in the middle of a large chamber made of dark stone, perhaps about 30 meters wide, and it's about 30 meters tall. There's stone walkways that arc in circular patterns around the chamber, and you try to lift the stone block into place over the hidden safe, and as you do, the chamber shudders, and you hear distant explosions rumble. And you turn to your students and the crew of your starship, and one is wearing an officer's uniform and looks up from his comlink. And he goes, Master Issa, the Mandalorians have breached the hull. And you nod firmly. And you look at him and you reply, go. I'll hold them here. You can still escape in the sanctuary shuttle. Your students protest, but you accept no argument. And in a movement, they fled the room. Leaving you alone, you kneel down on the dais, and your lightsaber is sitting on the stone before you. Soon the sounds of combat fill the halls, and a pack of armored warriors burst into the chamber. You look at them calmly, and then you say, I do not seek a fight. But the warriors howl and leap at you, weapons drawn. But you wait calmly until they are moments away. And then your lightsaber flies into your hand, and you spring forward and fight your last battle.
What?
And as your vision fades, Val's parting words are, do not follow my example, Jedi. You cannot retreat from the world. They must struggle, succeed, and fail with the rest of the galaxy. That is the Jedi way. And as you awake, Yaz, this talisman, it stops glowing, and you kind of like awake from like this vision, and the result basically, Ashur and Zarlue are just kind of like in amazement as everything had basically around the room basically raised up and started floating around, almost like in some kind of strange ability was keeping them up, the Force.
Thank God the guards are gone.
And as and as you come out of this vision, everything just kind of like falls to the ground.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. I'm just sitting there like, hypos.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm outside.
Same.
I can't comment on this.
And
Yeah, it's quite nice though.
and as that happens, coincidentally enough, the one protocol droid, Jacinto Mai, had would not stop talking, and so the security guards, in an attempt to get rid of them, thought that they would lose him and Tac'an Maw in the archives and its vastness. But thankfully, Tac'an Maw asked the protocol droid where Ashur was, and now you are all in this room together, seeing all these ancient artifacts scattered everywhere, and you're all just kind of like,
we made it. Oh, we're in.
and
Yeah,
and
because of me.
and
Oh.
and basically, Yaz, I need you to do one thing really quick though.
Okay.
I need you to roll one force die,
Oh.
Okay.
and let me know what you get. It doesn't matter how many, just let me know if it's light side or dark side.
Dark.
Okay.
Oh.
And as soon as Jacinto Mai and Tac'an Maw enter in, all of a sudden you hear this siren go off, like almost like an alarm, and it's a very deafening alarm. And Ashur kind of looks at you, and he goes, you can see that he's kind of in a panic state now, and he just kind of he looks at all of you and he goes, you all must leave now, immediately. And you seem like kind of try to start picking everything up and like putting it away. He takes Stormtrooper this like officer report, and he kind of like rips it off the wall and tears it up and throws it in the trash. And he just like keeps like saying like, go, and he like pushes you out of the room. The door closes and it's locked.
Wow. Yeah. If I would have done the skill check, this wouldn't have happened.
Bundy, you.
This is now you understand what it's
And
like.
as you guys are talking, kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Ashur looks at you guys and he goes, I will meet you at Kohler, and then he just closes it again.
Kohler?
Yes.
Do we know what that is?
Isn't that like a bookstore? Oh, that's Cole's.
It's he opens it again, and then he realizes you don't know what Kohler is, do you?
Kohler Canada, kitchen and bath fixtures. Yeah, that's the one.
He closes the door again, and as he opens it, he has this robe on, and you can see that it's this very concealing robe similar to what Nato and Yaz have on, and he's carrying this box of artifacts with him, and he hands one to Jacinto and Zarlue, and he looks at you and he says, "Put these on and don't say anything stupid."
Wait, who did he give them to?
Well,
He gave them to
Wesker.
Blue and Jacinto Mai. So you both have these concealing.
no.
You both have these concealing robes on now.
Sorry, Jacinto and who?
So you all have these concealing robes on right now. Everyone has these on.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
So Ashur is trying.
Holy shit! They're doing a fire test. They're doing a fire test.
Is that what that is?
It'll go in a second.
No,
don't
you're
worry.
fine. So Ashur basically tells them, or he looks to you and he goes, "Do you guys have a ship to get out of here?"
I just nod.
Okay. He goes, "Very good."
We do, right? We do have a ship.
Yes.
It's my ship.
Okay.
I thought it was mine.
I need you all to roll a stealth check with
Ooh, I got you.
with one purple die.
So whatever our dice pool is for stealth, yeah?
Yeah. And then roll one purple die on top of that.
I'm stealthy.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I get
2 successes.
I get an excess and 3 advantages.
Okay.
I got a success and 2 advantages.
And Yaz, you said you had, sorry about that. You said 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. You all manage to get out of the archives. I need you all to roll another stealth check, though.
With just another
The
purple.
same?
No, this one's different.
Ah.
I need you guys to do a stealth check with 3 purple die.
Ooh.
3.
Okay.
We're in
Holy
trouble.
moly.
And did anyone try and take any artifacts out of that room?
Did
No.
not have a chance. No.
Okay. So just do stealth check with 3 purple die.
Okay.
I got 4 successes and 2 threats.
I got a success and an advantage.
Okay. Yaz and NATO?
I got 2
Was
threats.
it
Okay.
3 purple? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, was it 3 purple?
Yeah, 3
Yeah, same.
purple.
And then it was just a standard stealth check.
Yep.
Oh, boy. I got 3 successes and 4 threats.
Okay. As you guys are all preparing to leave the archives, you make it into the next part. And basically, Yaz, you're starting to lag behind just a little bit. And all of a sudden, the lights that are in this building, they suddenly take on an ugly off-yellow tint. And it's a signal that this area of the university is on high alert. And you notice the crowds of scholars tense up as they look about to find the source of trouble. And on various computer monitors, both public and personal, you see all of your images, names, and identity chip numbers displayed along with the text wanted for questioning.
Oh, jeez Louise.
But we got the fake ones, though, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so the Garai all of a sudden makes himself known. And he goes, "Well, scholars, I'm glad to see you have obviously gone into the archives, and hopefully you discovered your research and anything else that you might have wanted. Is there any particular reasoning you are leaving so soon?" And he kind of like sits there with his arms behind his back and like kind of like
Patiently waiting.
Yeah, just kind of.
We should tell him we're going out for lunch.
It's lunch break.
It's lunch break.
Between 3rd and 4th period, it's lunch break. Wait, so all the alarms and stuff are going off, right? We could just say that we were in there and we're running from the bad guys. Bad boys.
What would my roll from the previous stealth? Would that affect my current situation? For having.
Say it one more time.
That I was just wondering if my previous stealth roll would affect my current situation differently.
No, this was kind of like all party members succeed or none of you do. And Yaz didn't succeed, but she didn't fail either. She had to succeed.
Okay.
Wait.
Tell
we gotta go put some change in the meter at the starport.
Our ticket's expired. We can't afford a fine.
I think we should
We're
keep
only
it
student.
simple. I think we should keep it simple and tell something stupid, you know? Not stupid,
We're
you know?
only
Let's not get ourselves
He's
stuck in any
asking-
elaborate lies.
He's asking why we're leaving so quickly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we just literally tell
Our
him
ticket's
we're going out
expired.
for a bite to eat, mister?
Is that
I
what you
think the
tell him,
ticket's
Bunny?
expired is a better, more valid excuse.
Yeah, well, is there actually meters at the starport?
Why would we? I feel like you would question us for running to get something to eat. I feel like that's not something people normally
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, no,
Did
I'm
you
just
say
kidding.
They had like a meeting or something.
Well, I mean, he just wants to know why you guys seem like you're in a hurry and why you're all in a cloak.
Oh, yeah, the
We're going
clothes.
to Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, completely different universe. Bye bye now.
Wait, is the stuff Ashur told us a secret?
And hold on.
Wait, did
I
they
don't
ever
know.
catch us up? Can
Asher
we
said
talk
not
about
to say
that now?
anything stupid.
Did Asher say anything?
I'm sorry?
Well, because obviously the proctor would know about this, probably, maybe. Like, he knows who Ashur is.
No, he didn't.
Well, he was smiling. He knows Ashur. He was just taking the piss.
I mean, Yeah,
Asher is
line,
with you guys, and he's trying to hide this box.
Oh, Asher's with us.
Yes, Asher is
Oh,
with you
okay.
guys,
Oh,
Alright.
shit.
And he specifically told us to not say anything stupid.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
and he's kind of hiding the box of artifacts behind him. But he also isn't showing his face really.
Okay. We just need to make a
Cool.
Well, obviously.
Yes, what?
Why can't we just say like we were leaving because the alarms?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like we're trying to get
The
out of
thing
it
is,
because
he
there's bad
probably
guys.
like knows. that
Well,
we're
let
up to
me
some shit, but-
reread this last part again. On various computer monitors, both public and personal, you see all of your images, names,
questioning.
and identity chip numbers displayed, along with the text "wanted for questioning."
Is it our faces though, or is it the faces of the people who
It's
only
the faces of the other people.
It's the
Yeah.
faces that are on the identity chips.
So they don't think it's us.
Yeah. So we're fine.
We're trying to evacuate, I guess.
We'll say there's a fucking alarm that went off, and we're sketching
evacuating.
out. We're evacuating. Jesus.
And Garai, he looks at you and he goes, "Very well, I assume so. Be safe." Then he kind of like shrugs you guys off.
I'm so glad we. I'm so glad we didn't say we were going out for lunch.
I know.
You guys managed to make it back to the starport successfully. And as you guys are loading in, Blue, you get in, you start turning everything on your ship. And as you guys do that, what happens is 4 stormtroopers come blasting through the starport entrance, and you just hear, "Hey, you!" And then you see him point to your freighter right there, and he goes, "I need you to come with us."
Oh boy.
Well, I mean,
How
do we
many?
have a choice?
You notice 4 stormtroopers.
Oh boy.
I use 4 force mind tricks.
Are we already in the ship and everything's turned on?
So Blue is in the ship, and everything is turned on. Ashur is pushing his crate of artifacts into the ship. NATO, Vundi, and Yaz are out outside the ship, though.
Hey, is that bounty hunter still there?
No.
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so either we try to run to the ship and flee, but they might chase us, or we talk.
But I'm a
to them.
really good pilot, and you're really good at gunner.
Yeah, fuck these guys. Let's rip out.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. We're gonna
I
get.
feel like you don't want to stall too long for questioning. I feel like we
Okay.
got we got a jet.
But let's not run. Let's speed walk, so they look less suspicious.
Okay, so you guys are going to try and take off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So yikes.
Blue, I need you to roll 1 purple die and 1 black die, and then whatever your piloting is,
That's your piloting.
planetary piloting on top of that.
So both.
So I have
Piloting-
planetary.
Or Blue or Vundi. You guys can decide whoever has the higher one. But
Is it like both the planetary and space combined?
no,
or
just
one?
planetary right now.
I have
Okay.
3 planetary.
like two or 3 green, because I have 2 green and 1 yellow.
I have 3 green.
What's
feel
your
like the
rank?
yellow
What's like
is-
the number? What's your rank?
I don't have a rank on mine.
Rank? I don't know. I think yellow throws a powerful die, right? Or yellow.
Yellow throws the powerful die.
Okay,
It throws
so I
the
should probably
proficiency
throw it.
die.
Yeah, go for it. Try and do
Okay.
that one.
All right, so Vundi, then you go ahead
Away the flow.
with 1 purple die.
And wait, is he doing purple and black?
Yeah, so it's 1 purple, 1
Oh.
black,
Easy.
and then I need someone else.
Wait, you said 2 purple or 1 purple?
1 purple. Someone else needs to do a computers check.
Hold on. I think I have.
1 purple,
I
1
have
My
black.
Okay, you have
Mine's
4?
2
Okay.
green.
4 green.
What's yours? Okay,
I
yeah.
say Yaz does.
Okay, so Yaz, go ahead and do your computers check with 3 purple and 1 black.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Um,
I'm just
Do I
gonna
tell
say.
you now?
yeah. Go ahead and tell me.
4 success, 2 threat.
3
Not
success,
bad.
2 threat for me.
Okay.
We're so out of here.
So everyone
We're
manages.
so out of here.
Everyone manages to get onto the freighter, and as everyone gets on the freighter, the stormtroopers just open fire onto your ship. The blasters are, just like
Yikes.
bing, 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 like they're just like bouncing off. Jacinto Mai is in the passenger seat. He puts on the headset, flicks all the buttons up, and all of a sudden the ship takes off. Yaz, as soon as he takes off, you say that you've disabled the tractor beam and you guys are good to take off. The freighter, or your guys' freighter basically flies out of the spaceport and gets out of there in time. However, you do notice now that the port has completely closed. And you guys have successfully made it into space off the planet of Iridio.
Hell yeah! Did I make it? By the way? I don't recall I was in this situation at all. Did I make it?
Yes, you
Oh, we
were.
left you
Yes,
behind.
yes, you did. You
NATO's
did.
been taking
Every
questioning right now.
everyone is on the freighter. Yeah, so
Hell yeah.
Tac'an Maw, Zarlue, Aurora Starhall, Jacinto Mai, and Ashur are all on the freighter right now, traveling.
Mice hasn't gone to the bathroom yet. Is there a bathroom on the ship?
Yeah, we can take if you guys still want to keep going. Up to you.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
I do
there's
need a break as well, though.
there is one more act to this, and it's pretty short. So okay, all right, we're gonna take a quick oh gosh, I don't know, like 15-20 minute break then, guys. So stick around. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just
Do we need
kind
what?
of stretch legs,
That
refill
much time?
refill
I will
coffee. I
literally
don't know.
be a sec.
Okay, well
If,
if
we're,
you guys
if we're all back, then we can just start earlier.
I think Jacinto actually soiled himself.
Okay.
I-
Okay. Then
okay.
we'll be back. We'll be about 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes or so. In the meantime,
Sounds good.
I am gonna go ahead and make coffee again. So, yeah. All right. I will see you guys in a bit.
Okay, bye.
Oi.
Bye. so we hear.
Oh,
it.
jeez. What have I done?
Hi
Oh, boy,
guys,
I
are we
just
back?
exited the game. I
Alright.
exited the game.
I
Oh,
don't know.
you're good.
I don't think Vendy's back.
Oh, Bunny's not back. That's fine.
Also, we're not hearing the music through Roll20, by the way.
Oh, you're not. You should be hearing it
No.
through Discord.
I'm just hearing it. Yeah, I'm just hearing it through Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just did. Yeah. Okay.
I figured it would be easier just to do it through Discord. Okay, we'll wait for Vundy to get back then. But
Yeah.
how you guys liking it so far? Fun? Yeah.
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 All right. Awesome. Let's see. I'm doing just little something.
Can I ask a question about that bounty hunter?
Yeah, sure.
So was that like, because that was an advantage, yeah?
Yeah.
So could that have been one of those situations where it's like he was like, don't fucking cause trouble, but I could have easily like just turned him in and then.
Hi, sorry. I grabbed tea.
I'm wondering how you were going about that advantage.
Yeah, no, that was basically it. The fact that he told you he was a wanted bounty hunter, was, kind of like hinting, like,
Yeah.
That we could have
you
used it for something.
you could have turned him in for potential credits, but for every one thing that you do, there's also another bad thing that could happen. I mean,
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know
I was
that for
just-
every action,
just
there's an
curious.
opposite equal reaction? My friend Isaac Einstein made that rule.
Oh, Isaac? He's also
Isaac
my friend.
Einstein.
Isaac, I love Isaac.
Isaac Einstein.
Isaac Ein.
um,
So we could have got more credits. I wasted.
I
all my
told you!
credits.
Or we could have got in big trouble.
Yeah,
Wait,
we could have got.
Why don't we
killed.
go to a casino and gamble our credits and double them?
Okay, I need one with credits here. All right. I think we can
I'm
trade
I'm down for like snooping around a bar,
Go
dude.
gamble NATO's credits.
all right.
Wait, where are we right now? I'm late.
you guys
We're in
are
space.
just in space right now, just flying around.
Fly to the nearest casino.
You guys fly Las Vegas and you spend all
Great
your
time.
money.
Oh, we got to Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see. 1 second. Okay, I just want to make sure that I get something.
Music.
Okay.
What's the best way to edit a PDF?
A PDF? Oh man, I can't really.
I have mine in Photoshop.
PDF editor.
I don't have a Photoshop.
I'm trying to just remember one. I don't want to like say what I'm looking for though.
Yeah, don't.
Tell us everything.
Also,
so I can
are we
metagame.
supposed to have languages that we know on this sheet? Because I just didn't see that.
I mean, I will let you know if it's an alien language. I mean,
I
just
can
kind of
speak Wookiee.
just
Jacinto speaks Wookiee.
shut the fuck
Because
up.
I know that the only other language I can speak, I think when I was looking through the book on my race, is just Zimrak, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's as long as
Zimrakian.
if it's like a language I don't think you'll be able to understand, I will just tell you you cannot, like, you can't understand it. Simple as that. I won't like fiddle fart around,
We should have stolen some language books at the college.
Oh, dude, you're so right. I'm trying to. Okay, you know what? We'll figure this out on the fly. I think it's. Okay, that's easy. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Well, we are back then. Everyone's ready to continue it off?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are currently in the, I believe, the Outer Rim. Kind of in, not quite in Iridu's airspace anymore. More so the outside of its airspace, but you're still in the same system, if that makes sense. And on the ship, Ashur, he's kind of like sitting down. He's very excited. He's got this like big old smile, and he's like, "I cannot wait to get to Kohler."
Oh, what a cutie patootie. I give Asher a pat on the back.
And he kind of looks at you like, "Why did you just touch me?"
I go over and I give him a nice, I say, it's good to have you on the ship, Ashur. Long time no see. Thanks for being with us.
You
Sorry
give
about
your
that
best
Jedi
friend a
death.
nice kiss.
No,
Best
Aw.
friend kiss.
Best friend
I
kiss.
pound him. I don't pound him, but I give him bones.
Oh, you pound him. You
Found him? Yikes. Yikes. Star Wars RPG XXX.
XXX. Okay.
Oh, my.
So he's really like keen on just getting to Kohler.
It's
All right,
planet,
let's go.
Kohler,
Let's get there.
So we go fast.
Hyperdrive.
All right,
Engage.
so
I go real fast.
Okay.
I ask him about the next, if there's any bars.
so well, getting to Kohler first before you can even wait. What do you? One more time.
I just, I ask him. I was like, hey man, do you know of any bars or anything we can stop by while we're in Kohler?
He looks at you, and you're gonna need to do a check on that.
He just wants to get to Cola, man.
He is.
Listen, I'm good friends with this guy. Okay.
Let's see.
He doesn't want to bruise you.
Let me look really quick. It doesn't really. Give me one sec. I should have been a little bit more. It doesn't really look like he knows anything about it. No.
Okay. All right.
He just knows that this is a it's just a planet on it's in the middle of a cluster of asteroids basically, and it's a he tells you that it is the system, or I'm sorry, he corrects you and he goes, my boy, Kohler is not a planet but rather a system on the edge of the deep core.
Yeah, that's
And he kind of like goes into a few details about, it's how there's an ancient red supergiant that's like slowly shedding its atmosphere. There's a couple rocky planets in unstable orbits. There's like a big asteroid field, and there's a lot of destroyed starships here. And he tells
Are we
you.
there? Yeah.
No, not quite yet. You guys are just hanging out in space still.
Are we there yet?
Well, I just want to ask.
we
Will I
there
be able
yet?
to like? Can we,
Don't
can we
make me
maybe see
turn
if we
this
can find
spaceship
anything
around.
from these ships or anything like that? Like scavenge some parts or maybe loose
Um,
hanging around.
Well, he tells you once he kind of talks about the debris of destroyed starships. He looks at Aurora and he says, "You saw something, didn't you? What did you see when you put on the talisman?"
What did I see?
I don't know. What did you see? Yes, I can't tell you.
I don't
Tell
know
them
how to
everything
explain
that
it.
you saw. Just say that.
What?
What?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you're the only one that
I
saw it.
didn't
So
see
you're the only one that saw it. So I
Uh,
got this.
What was the vision?
There was
Oh, jeez Louise.
All right. All right, I'll help you out there. We'll pretend that Yaz, in great immaculate detail, just goes through every single little detail. And Ashur kind of leans back in his chair, and you see his eyes are kind of like scared almost at this point. And he goes, he kind of like sits back and he goes, "The Mandalorians, they attacked a Jedi ship, and they killed everyone on board then." And he kind of like gets up and he starts walking around and he goes, "You must have seen the wreck of the Sanctuary, a ship that was lost in Kohler. Well, that is where we must go then." And then he kind of just like sits back down and he opens up one of his books and he just like kind of like thumps through them really quick.
I give Ashur another pat on the back.
No, he's fucking
Stop
next
touching
to you.
me.
And he looks at you and he goes, "If you touch me again, I will stun you." And he like kind of like pulls out like his stun thing and he just like sets it on the table like ready to like ready to
Flops it
like
on the table.
he's ready to just like like at any given moment.
Tell him I say okay.
Tell him I say okay.
Okay, so
I say okay.
who is going to be attempting to fly to Kohler?
I will.
Well, yeah, Blue.
Okay, you need to make an astrogation check.
Yikes. Where is that at?
What was
Um,
that word?
Astrogation.
Astrogation.
New word.
You
I
ne-
see it now. Okay.
You need to do 2 purple and 2
Ooh.
black.
Ooh, okay.
What do you
alright.
have for that?
I have 2.
Oh, somebody else
Oh
do it.
boy, I have 2 as well.
I have 4. Can I do it?
Goddamn. Do you have 4 of
Yes.
everything?
No.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
I have.
I don't have
ninjas,
4 of
so-
anything.
Do you guys? Okay, so the reason why Yaz has 4 of a lot of stuff is because she has 4 intelligence.
'Cause I'm
Oh
smart.
my
I use
So
my
I
do you
wanna go
guys?
back
Do you
to
guys?
college.
Let Yaz drive the ship. Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
It's
she's
fine.
not
My ship-
she's not necessarily driving it. She's just pointing you in the right direction on where to go.
Okay, gotcha.
As long as I can still be in the pilot.
So Yaz, go ahead and roll 2 purple and 2 black.
What the hell is skullduggery?
It's
I've
like
heard that word. I have no idea what it means.
it's basically like just being like
That's for cunning. It's like, yeah, it's like smart stuff.
it's basically like tricking someone almost, just like not with the force, you know, like kind of it's like being like cheeky.
sleight of hand
It-
kind
it-
of thing.
it's like being cheeky. I guess would be like the best way to like explain it.
All right, I got you.
But yeah. So what'd you get? Yes.
2 success, 1 threat.
2 success, 1 threat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys managed to get to the Kohler system without suffering any damage. So hooray!
Hey.
Hey, question real quick.
Sure. What's up?
Am I supposed to have ranks on like certain things on my skills?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay. All right. I was just curious because I have like for example, I have a ability called shortcut, and it's like during a chase, add a boost.
Yeah.
Die per rank, but I don't have any rank.
Your rank is gonna be 1.
It's just 1. Okay.
If it
So if it's in a ability, I can just assume my rank is 1.
yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Okay. So you guys need to so you guys arrive in Kohler, and Ashur gets up and he's all excited and he goes, "This is the system. This is where the sanctuary is. Now there's just one problem. We have to find it."
Mm.
And he kind of like looks at you, Blue, and he kind of like, "Go on, find it."
Good. All right. So would that be
you're gonna make a space check.
space?
So,
which is-
and you're gonna add 3 black die.
where's my space check at?
It,
Where's the
it'd be piloting space.
Oh, okay. Piloting space. All right.
Yep.
All right. And then, so what was the die?
3 black die.
So just whatever mine is, and then 3 black die. Okay.
Yes.
I have 2 success and 2 threat.
All right. So I will keep track of your ship. Okay. All of a sudden, you guys hear an alarm go off in your ship. And exactly like that. That was beautiful, Nato.
Welcome.
And quickly, Jacinto Mai, because you are looking at the radar like a good boy, you notice that an asteroid is speeding towards the ship.
Oh, Monka! I yell, "Oh, Monka!"
Don't
Oh,
say Monka, it makes
Monka.
you as mad.
Monka.
Okay. Okay. You see this running towards you, and Ashur, he goes, "Do you guys have any guns on this ship?"
Oh,
And I
perfect.
say, "Well, I'm actually the best gunner on this ship." Flexes big muscles in human language because that's the only language my character speaks.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys have the PDF open or not, but
Of the ship?
Yeah.
I do.
okay. So you guys do have
A ventral turret mounted medium laser cannon. I love it.
Mhm,
It's so good.
yes,
Blue,
you
I
do.
think you're gonna have to take over the pilot controls while I blow this bad bitch up.
I've been at the pilot.
Yeah, he has been.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? I thought I took.
The
The,
whole
I
time.
thought I was piloting.
At first, just to get out of there.
Oh, okay. All right. Czar's on it. Okay.
Um.
I'm gonna go over. Okay, you finish first.
So, well, Benny, are you gonna be the gunner?
Yeah, buddy.
Well, actually, here, let me ask: do you guys want to try and dodge it, or do you guys want to try and blow it up?
Do you guys trust my skills, or do you trust Vunder blowing it up?
Don't ask
I don't
Yaz.
trust
She's
Bundy.
biased.
I would say blowing it up. Maybe.
That's the
Can we do
one that
both?
almost got us
Wait.
killed back at the university.
If you blow
Jeez.
it up, what if it makes tinier pieces and then hurts?
Well,
the
then I'll
ship
shoot all those ones too. I'm the
I
best
know.
gunner on the ship.
Can we try for both? Because I feel like dodging is like just something that
You only have time for one.
Guys,
Okay, so it's that close to us. Got it.
Well,
I
it's
think
not
it-
that it's not that it's
it
that
depends.
close.
If I'm better at gunning, you're better at dodging.
It's not that it's that close. It's just that it's
Yeah.
coming at you so fast.
Okay.
We would have been hit by now. Let's be real. But okay, who has a so Blue? What's your piloting and then what's your gunning? Bundy. I guess we just roll the
gunnery.
highest.
My gunnery is 3 green.
My gunner is also 3, but I'm driving, so I guess.
So
that doesn't
you
make
can
sense.
do you're either gonna do a piloting space check or a gunnery check.
I'm itching. I'm
What's
itching
your-
to get. I'm itching to get on that gun right now.
I
think
think
I'm
we're
itching
both
to
we're
watch
both at
this
3,
happen.
so it's 6s. It's whatever you guys want to do. Because since I'm piloting, my piloting space is 3, and if his gunnery is 3, then
I kind of want to see some action.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow this bad boy up.
Yes, it's so.
All right.
Flex his big guns.
All
I'm
right.
about to take
So
myself
go
to
ahead
Mars.
and do two purple die.
And 3 green.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 successes. Flex his big guns.
3
Yo.
successes.
Easy.
So as this like big thing is like just coming towards you, like almost light speed, Vunder, you just like time it perfectly so it splits it in half, and like almost like the asteroid, like kind of like
I'm gonna gas
the
him.
bottom part of it goes below the ship, and then the top part of it goes above the ship.
Sunglasses. Smirk emoji.
And as that happens, it just also happens that Ashur goes, look, there's the sanctuary right there.
Oh damn.
And it kind of, as the asteroids clear, you see this old wrecked ship. It kind of looks like imagine like a hammerhead shark almost, you know? Like it's got like its head, the head of the ship looks like the head of the hammerhead shark. And then the body of the ship is very flat, and then the back has these wings. But you guys are approaching from the back side of the ship, and you notice that the right side of the ship is completely torn off.
Torn off. Okay, something happened.
Well, should we
Got
board the right side? of the
Wow,
ship?
really?
Thank you, guys.
Did someone say they were going to try and board it?
Well, I mean, don't we have to at this point?
So, okay.
Can we scout it first? Like, can we get a closer look
I
around?
look at the ship with my eyeballs.
Yeah, can we scout?
Yeah, you can do that. Who's piloting the ship again?
Me.
Okay.
Zarlue.
Go ahead and do just whatever your space piloting and 1 black die.
2 success. Oh, sorry, no. 2 advantage. My bad.
You don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. I mean, there's definitely places you can dock.
All right.
Well,
Dock
that's
that.
exciting. Then I guess we're docking, baby.
All right.
Should we scout around the ship? What if there's... That was a big pop. What the hell was that?
That was us docking the ship.
Not quite. Blue, in order to dock, I need you to do your space piloting in 3 black.
No, seriously, what was that pop?
Yikes.
At the roll 20?
Okay. I didn't get the results. So I'm gonna roll
That's
again.
me.
1 second.
Oh.
So 3 black, and then whatever your space piloting
Yep,
is.
Okay, I got 1 success and 1 advantage.
1 success and 1 advantage. Okay, cool. So you manage to pull your ship in and just dock it perfectly. Like there's no
Perfect docking,
no scratches, no nothing. Exactly, just like that.
Oh my god.
Docked.
All right, now this is a very important question. How many of you are going to check out the ship?
Hold on. What would checking out?
Ooh.
Like, how many of you are actually physically going to
I
leave?
volunteer!
How many of you are actually going to physically leave the ship that you're currently on and go on to the sanctuary?
Okay, here's my thought, just real quick. This is something that just pops out to me. So, if hypothetically, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but hypothetically, if something, maybe another asteroid, maybe another starship comes by, I feel like we'd need someone on guns, right?
I feel like we need two on the ship and 2 exploring.
So I vote NATO and Yaz to hop on.
Yeah. Wait, hop
Sure.
off? Yeah. That's what I kind of think as well. because you're going to be a better pilot, and obviously Jacinto's on guns.
Yeah, if anyone messes with us, they'll end up like that asteroid 5 minutes ago.
And then I give Vunder a little bit of a high five. I'm like, dude, we got this. Easy.
I go to give Ashur a pat on the back, but I hesitate and decide otherwise.
Okay, and then also because Yaz, I forgot to mention this. Because Yaz experienced the vision, she managed to guide you guys towards the back of the ship to dock. There's just something she said you need to dock here. So you guys are, if one of you wants to make a note of it, it also, I forgot to mention this, try to make either like notes, like written down, or mental notes of like where, like things I say that seem important. So you guys are at the stern ward airlock right now, towards the back of the ship.
We're at the where?
The stern ward airlock.
Stern ward airlock, back of ship. Okay, I got it.
Okay. And Yaz and NATO, you guys are leaving?
What are we taking a note of?
Yep.
I think
That
they
we're at
already
the back
got
of
it.
the ship.
Okay. All right, so how are you guys going to go about this?
Wait, who's at the back of the ship?
All of
you
us.
guys are boarding.
We docked. That's where we
Oh,
docked.
okay.
We docked at the back of the ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
What was the question?
NATO and Yaz, how are you guys basically going to board this ship?
Ooh.
Or how are you guys going to go about
Do you guys just want to get on?
What else?
I mean,
Off?
I
Like, what are the options?
No, I mean,
see.
well, like, just let me know how you guys, like, do you guys just, like, are you just gonna, like, get off and just start looking around? Are you gonna, tell me, like, how
Can
you
we,
guys,
like, defensive maneuver?
yeah, like, kind of, like, defensively?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do
Cautious?
that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead and really quick, guys. I need you to make a let me see. I need you guys to do an either
Is Ashur on the ship?
yes. Ashur's staying on your guys' ship, so with Zarlue and
Oh,
Jacinto
so
Mai.
he's not coming?
He's not coming. No, he's kind of like saying that I don't want to go on there. However, NATO,
Give him a pat on the back.
NATO and Yaz, I need you guys to make a willpower check,
Ooh.
and with one red die.
Quick question: what would the effect of a stun gun be in this game? Like a stunner? Just like temporary? Would having like
You want to pat him on the back, don't you?
No, I'm just curious.
It would basically make your strain go increase.
You don't want to strain, my boy.
Yeah, I do not.
Wait, where's willpower?
Yeah, where's willpower? What do we...
Willpower's at the top, so you guys have your top 6 abilities: brawn, agility, intellect, cunning, willpower, and presence. So you guys
so
are
it's
just gonna
like-
do willpower.
I got vigilance there?
Vigilance, huh?
Under general skills up the top.
Under
No, at the very,
characteristics.
very top characteristics. It says.
Oh, that's got a
it says
3
number.
there.
Okay, so that's how many dice you're gonna roll.
Dice of which ones?
Green.
Okay.
So NATO
Okay.
and Yaz, you guys are gonna roll green dice depending on what that willpower is, and then with one purple as well.
1 purple. Is that it?
That's it.
Roll! I got a failure and an advantage.
Okay.
I got 1 success, 2 advantage.
Nathan, why'd you fail?
NATO,
I swear that's all I'm
as
getting, man.
NATO, as you and Yaz are kind of making your way through the ship, you're kind of disoriented as you're walking through the ship now. Like something, it just does not feel right here to you. The ship, it's very old, creaky. None of the lights are on. It's kind of rocking a bit in space, like rotating almost. So you guys are like, you're very careful with your steps. And it's just very dark and eerie. And there's like dust that's kind of like floating through the air as well. Do you guys, which way are you going for the ship? Are you guys going like forward, or are you guys going backwards to explore the rest of the ship? Like, what are you What are you doing?
Well, if we're already at the back of the ship, right? And I'm pretty sure, Yaz, you kind of like have a feeling of where it might be, right?
Yeah. I know this.
So do we
whole
just
ship.
follow the
Well,
we follow the force?
You don't necessarily like know it, but it's very familiar to you. Like you recognize the ship in its previous state when it wasn't completely destroyed. So what are you guys gonna do? Like
What?
Follow the force.
like explore the back, kind of go towards the front. I mean,
If we have an idea, like, okay, all right, so we don't know exactly where it is, but we know the layout of the ship, kind of thing.
kind of yes.
Yeah.
Yaz does.
But we're already at the back of the ship.
Correct. And this is like a huge ship, by the way. This isn't like anything tiny. Like this is humongous.
We were already drawn to the back of the ship, so I feel like we should search there.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. The first room that you guys discover is a science lab, and this section housed several small laboratories, and some of which supported the hospital, and others which were devoted to pure science. There's equipment like beakers and machinery just kind of lie scattered and shattered throughout the first lab. You guys find a still functioning electromagnet in the first section of the lab. Yeah, so you guys find one electromagnet that's in the first lab, and a bunch of like computer systems that are kind of like turned off, and a few comlinks here and there, nothing like out of the ordinary. And then in the second part of the lab, you guys find an accelerator that is typically used in weapons. So whatever they were doing back here, they were clearly developing weapons of some kind back here. At least what you think. And you guys, at any time, just kind of like a reminder, you guys can say like, let me do like this kind of check, and then you can tell me like a specific skill check that you want to do, and I'll tell you the difficulty of it. If that makes sense. So under your general skills, if you want to do like, say like, I don't know, like perception checks or knowledge checks, things like that.
Should we do a computers check? What's your computer skill?
4 green.
Let's do it.
Sure,
Well, that's
yeah.
up to you, I guess. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. You go ahead and roll 2 or 1 purple die and whatever your check is.
3 success.
The only thing you find is that the computers don't work.
Oh.
God damn.
Right.
Oh my.
If you guys want to move on to the next part, or you still want to hang out here?
What else was there? There was a thing.
So in the first part, there is it's a still functioning electromagnet, and then in the second part, there's an accelerator, which is typically used in weapons.
I don't feel like there's anything here for us.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Okay, so you guys want to move on?
Move on.
Okay, the next area that you guys come to, you guys exit out, and you immediately, looking, so as you guys leave the lab, the airlock is right in front of you. You guys decide to make a right and start heading down this long hallway. Looking down there, you notice to the right of the hallway is the engineering room. And in this ravaged section, it's split in half by basically like a giant bulkhead door, and one single surviving power plant still powers the malfunctioning gravity generators. It looks like you guys could repair it if you want to, but you're not really. There's not really anything else of interest. And to the left of that, inside the engineering bay, there's a little annex, and in this annex is basically an engine. which you assume powered the ship. Powered the ship's basically rear thrusters.
This is really confusing at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe what's the objective? Is there one?
I mean, they're just scouting right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get one of these bad boys for you guys to see. On a roll 20.
Did Ashur tell them what to look for?
Not
anything?
really. He kind of like before they stepped off the ship, he kind of like went silent and was like, not like I got a bad feeling about this, but like it just kind of just did not want to talk anymore.
Got it. And the thing that was it the artifact or the relic? Or, no, the talisman is what is what had the story about this whole thing.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Here, you know what? If you guys go on roll 20 really quick, I'll show you a picture. This might help you guys a little more. This is just what one of them, not this particular one, it looks similar. But this is kind of what it looks like to give you guys an idea of like how big these ships are. Your ship is about 1/100th of its size. It's very small compared to this.
Small boys.
First time I've heard that.
Basically, I'll help you guys out a little bit more. I'm going about this like novice players like who do this a lot. Basically, there's a lot of things that I'm saying. You guys are new to the game. That's okay.
I'm just kidding.
Stop being mean. But basically, when I tell you guys about certain things that you might see in a room, that's usually like an indication, like maybe fiddle around with it if you want. And then in roll 20, you guys can kind of see what the ship looks like.
So the back of the ship is which way?
The front of the ship is the one that's to the left. Yeah. And then the back of the ship is to the right.
The back.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I can't really do anything because I'm still on the ship, but.
So we just found like an engine room kind of thing, right?
Yes, it's an engine room, and it's as far as you guys know, there's a gravity generator in here that's still kind of working, and it looks like with a little bit of elbow grease, you could turn it back on if you wanted to.
What would a gravity generator do? Are we able to know that, or?
You have to make a mechanics check. Computer mechanics check.
Because I was thinking about doing a mechanics check, but my mechanics check's only 2.
I mean, right now, what's happening is like the gravity in the ship, it kind of goes on and off. Like it's a little bit
so
kind
of. You feel uneasy.
Yeah, and it makes you feel a little bit more uneasy than Yaz.
Yes, what's your mechanic check?
Or computers.
Both are 4 green.
God damn. Okay, you do it.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and your mechanics check and the 2 purple die.
One or 3 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. As you okay, so as you repair this gravity generator, all of a sudden you hear something that does not sound good. It sounds like there's a lot of power coming out of this gravity generator, and you're worried that if you connect the engine to it, that it could actually blow up the ship.
Oh my, this is my bad.
It's not.
I should have got you.
The engine is not powered yet, but if it does get powered, there is the feeling that it will blow up.
I guess.
But yeah, if you guys are done, we can move on.
Yeah.
I want to move on until we find the room where I was in the thing.
Okay. So immediately what happens, you guys start going down the hallway some more, and you reach a corner. You make a left at the corner, and then Yaz, immediately, this looks very familiar. This kind of is sticking out like a big oval shape, like you remember. And you, for some reason, feel extremely compelled to go in. Okay. Nato and Yaz, when you guys found what seems to be a training room in Yaz, you realize that this is the same room that appeared in your vision. And the room appears almost exactly like it did in your vision. However, only a few sections of the winding walkways and platforms remain intact, and instead it's now a wide open chamber and has a cathedral-like stillness, and rubble surrounds the central dais. The Jedi robes of Al-Isa, the Jedi that was in your vision, Yaz, lie sprawled in the middle of the dais over the location of the safe in your vision. And surrounding robes lie the remnants of her foes. Armor is scattered all about, and the ground is covered in the dust of stone, metal, and long decayed and deteriorated remnants of the deceased. And Yaz, what you notice about this room is that the armor in this room matches the armor that you saw in the archives with Ashur.
The helmet?
The helmet. These are the exact same helmets that you saw in there. So these were Mandalorian warriors that invaded the ship and attacked Val-Isa. So now, and typically in situations like this, you guys would do like perception checks to see if you see anything else. You can like search certain things. You can like see if see what you can find, basically. So
perception.
Good.
What's your perception, Yas?
2 green.
Oh, mine's 2 green as well. What would perception do? Is that just like kind of searching?
Yeah, it basically it tells you like if you're gonna find anything or anything like that.
I guess we'll do a perception check.
All right, do you both want to?
Yes.
I think we might as well both do it.
Okay, so Yaz, you're gonna do your perception with 2 purple difficulty die, and Nato, you're gonna do your perception check with your perception and 4 difficulty die.
Oh, yikes.
Well, guys.
Okay, so I got 3 successes and 5 threats.
3 successes and 5 threats, okay, and then Yaz?
Failure and a threat.
Okay. You guys end up wasting a lot of time here. It gets to the point where Zarlue and Jacinto Mai are kind of impatient, and on the next any checks that we might have for you, Blue or Vunder, you guys are gonna get 1 black die on top of it.
The black die is which one?
It's just the black die. I mean, it's
a setback. Okay.
yeah.
So we get a setback because we're impatient.
Yeah, basically, like you're just like, okay, come on, like waiting on you guys.
Oh my god.
You guys search. The first thing that you do is you search Val-Isa's robes, and yes, the first thing you notice is that Val-Isa's lightsaber is missing. It's no longer there. So whoever took it, or either someone was on this ship before you guys and took the lightsaber, or the lightsaber was taken after the battle. You guys also managed to find the safe that you saw in your vision, Yaz. However, there's a stone block on top of the safe, and it looks like you need. You guys are basically gonna have to take it off.
I use my athletic ability. Is that an athletic
Well,
check?
one of you might have a force move, and that's what I'd recommend here.
As a skill?
Yeah, as you do, right?
It would be as a talent.
No, Do I? I don't know.
I think NATO. I think you might actually have it.
Well, Vunder and Blue are here too, right?
No, Vunder and Blue are in the
still on
ship.
Yeah, I'm here.
I thought
Oh.
they were impatient.
Well, they're just hanging. They're like not paying attention anymore in the ship.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna fly off.
Bye.
Whereabouts? Where would I
I
find
fell
Um,
asleep
that?
in the.
it
I
would
fell
be
asleep
on
in
the-
passenger seat.
It would be on the 3rd page of your character
So-
sheet where it says Force abilities. I can pull it up really quick.
Oh, here we go. Force sleep. We've got influence, basic power. I don't think I have it.
No, you don't. Okay, that's fine. You guys can attempt to basically like take this thing off if you want, like manually.
What would we need to check for that?
That'd be an athletics check.
What's your athletics?
2 green?
Yes. Mine's 3 green and 1 white. What's a white one?
A white is a force die.
Can I do that? I'm gonna do a check.
Sure. Okay, let
Gonna
me.
lift it with my muscles. Here we go.
Okay, so
Cracks fingers.
you're not gonna roll the white. That's for combat. But you are gonna roll 3 green, and you're gonna roll 3 purple on top of that.
So 3 green and 3 purple.
Yep.
Total.
Yep.
Yep. I got 1 threat. Is this stone a threat?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't move.
Yeah. It's too heavy. It's too heavy, man.
It's not so heavy that like you like hurt yourself, but you kind of know when to stop. It like budges a little bit,
man.
but you can't quite get it. You can try again if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again. I got this.
Go to the gym.
Like,
Okay.
Just like opening a jar of jalapenos.
Okay. So same thing. 3 green and 3 purple.
1 I got a failure.
Failure.
Oh no.
Okay,
You
yeah.
take 3 strain.
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's so strenuous.
Oh, dude.
Make sure you
I think
take
someone
the
needs a
back
massage.
of your strain as well.
Can you pat me on the back when I get back to the ship,
Yeah, you animal.
please? I mean, you don't know. You don't know. But I'll ask
and
you when I get
I'll give
back.
you a charge.
In the and as you kind of like this time though, when you pick it up, you get about halfway open, and then you drop it. And as you do that, you hear it echo throughout the ship.
Oh boy.
Oh,
and
the
then-
monsters are coming now.
And then all of a sudden, you hear this machine kind of start like moving in the background, and you and Yaz look
Angry
at this.
robot.
You and Yaz kind of like stand back towards the beginning of the room, and basically this thing with first one eye glows red in the center, and it's hanging in the darkness, so you don't know what this is. One eye glows red in the center, and then 2 more eyes pop up that are glowing red, and then 3 more in the middle, and then 4 more in the bottom, for a total of about 10 eyes total. And then you just hear this almost mechanic moving, like this, like, and this
Oh,
hulking
yikes.
monstrosity is all of a sudden looking over you.
Oh
And
boy.
and
Still.
and this thing it looks almost like a beast, but it is completely mechanical. It's got a lot of tubes on it. It's got these giant paws with claws attached to them, and it has these almost these like I guess armor plates attached to its side, and it does not look like it wants to mess around. So what I need you guys to do, we are now getting into combat.
Oh
How
boy. Are you...
exciting is that?
Wait, with just the 2 of them?
Just
not
the
exciting.
just
Me
the
and-
2.
me and-
Well, here actually.
Zarlue are playing backgammon on the ship right now.
Here's what we'll do.
Bundy's probably slapped
Here's
out.
what we'll do. Blue and Vunder, you guys roll a perception check with 2 purple and you each 1 black.
Okay.
Okay, 2 purple.
3 success, 2 threat.
Okay, and then blue.
A failure and an advantage.
Okay. Well, luckily, Vunder hears it, and Vunder kind of is like, I got a bad feeling about this. We gotta go now. like kind of like he's like saying like let's go, and Ashur kind of looks up, and then as you guys leave, he tells you, he just looks at you and he goes, the Mandalorians, and then like you guys like head out. This is gonna be an interesting fight. Okay. So
Wait.
what's up?
I turn to Ashur. I say, Ashur, if I don't come back, you're pretty. You. I know we just met, but you mean a lot to me.
And then you pat him on the back.
Okay. Oh, in the meantime, though,
Did Ashur fly?
no, Ashur's just hanging out in the back. He's kind of like, I want nothing to do with this at all. Like, you can tell he's like, I am staying the fuck away from here. I am not coming back.
I say XD so he knows it's a joke.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All
right.
Yaz, you were the, actually, I take that back. What is your guys' armor? Like, what's your guys' soak?
Soak? Mine is 3. Oh, wait, not me. Sorry.
Well, Yaz and Nato, what's your guys' soak?
Mine's 3.
Where is that?
Yours is 3.
Soak
It'll
is
be on the
right
first
underneath
page.
Characters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
4. Mine's 4.
4? Okay.
God, it took me a while to find it.
No, you're fine. Okay. So he is engaged. So this thing runs right up to NATO, and like with these big snarling like tubes, like there's oil like leaking out of them. It's like kind of like takes NATO, and we will see what happens.
No,
Oh,
NATO,
boy.
don't die.
I use force leap and get the fuck out of there.
So he runs at you, NATO, and you're gonna take 3 damage.
Ow.
What he does is he basically picks you, or he takes his claw and he swipes at you, and basically throws you into the wall, and you like hit the wall of the sanctuary room with a big smack, and you fall down. And you can see that he kind of stretched his claw a little bit too much, so you're not really sure if he's gonna be able to do that again. Yaz, it is your turn for combat.
I didn't even get a okay.
Well, yours is there's a specific order for this, so yours is next after Yaz. Yaz, you have what do you want to do?
Attack it.
Well, you can. So you can. Okay. So you don't have to attack it. You can try and heal NATO if you want. Like what like the thing we were talking about earlier with your force heal and stuff like that.
Right.
Wait, so if I got hit for 3 damage, does that, and I have 4?
You got hit for 7 damage. I just included your soak into it.
Oh, okay. So where's my health? How do I find that?
Is that
Like,
wound?
how do I?
Your health is going to be wound.
Okay, so I need to take off 3 from that. Okay.
So, how much health do you have?
NATO.
I have 13. I'm good. It's just a scratch. It's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't need to be healed. I want to attack.
Okay, you're gonna attack. Okay. Go ahead and you're gonna do with your vibro knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Go ahead and I believe it's 2 green and 2 green and 1 purple.
1 success.
1 success. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Stabbed him.
All right.
Jab, jab.
So basically, Yaz, you kind of like climb up, like you like not like quite a force jump, but you jump up onto him, get on his back, and you just dig the vibro knife into him, and he kind of like shakes you off a bit. It looked like it kind of like startled him a bit, but he's not like it didn't do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
NATO, it is now your turn.
I use force leap onto his back and kill him instantly.
Not quite.
Okay. With my light sword. I didn't even have a lightsaber. I've got a light sword.
Okay. So you do what you want to try. You're gonna attack him with your light sword.
Can I use Force Sleep while I'm
Um,
doing that?
if you want. The way combat works is you typically have like a maneuver and an action. Typically using a force power is an action, so you wouldn't be able to like do
Oh.
both.
Well, I use my light sword then.
Okay. Let me just double check to see what this is for roll. Go ahead and roll. Same thing. Two green and one purple.
Do I count my dice pool on top of that?
No, just two green, one purple.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
One advantage.
One advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
NATO, you basically like take your light sword and like you grab its head almost, and you yank down its head, and you just kind of take your light sword and like try and like start sawing off its head basically, and and you kind of like I don't want to say like a saw, you know, like going back and forth, but like you take your light sword and you basically like bring it down on top of it, and you like yank it out like that, and at this point it's hurt. It you can see that whatever you did, you hit something very critical into it, and it kind of like shakes it off again. And at this point, Vundi, you enter in the room first.
Yeah, who's Vundi? I don't know
Jacinto Mai. I'm sorry, Jacinto Mai. You enter the room first, and that's the end of your turn. Blue, I'm sorry, Zarlue, you're still not quite in the room yet. The basilisk, though. I'm sorry, you guys weren't supposed to know what that is. But this machine, basically, it focuses on NATO again, and it kind of runs straight towards you. You're quite a distance away now, though.
Fall asleep out there.
And it does manage or deals 2 damage to you, so I think you just soak it all up. And basically you kind of like see it coming and you dodge out of the way almost, but your leg kind of gets stuck in there and it just rams straight into the sanctuary wall. And at this point, Zarlue, all of a sudden you just see this giant imprint in the hallway of like whatever the fuck this creature is.
As I'm running there.
And he kind of like pulls his head back out. And Yaz, it is now your turn.
Heal me, Yaz.
Yeah.
Can we heal me, Aurora
Do you
Starhall?
want to heal? So wait, who are you gonna heal?
I want to know.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and do do one force roll and then whatever and let me know what that is.
Just one force.
Yeah, just one force.
It is one light.
One light. Okay. NATO, you're gonna go ahead and heal for 4.
Yeah, does that mean I go over what I had before, or
Your
I go
wounds
to my-
basically would subtract 4 from whatever you had from your wounds. So if you have 3 wounds, you'll be overhealed by 1.
Oh, so it counts as being.
You can overheal.
addition?
You can overheal up to 3 points. That's kind of like a
Alright,
homebrew rule
sweet.
I use.
Alright, I'm +1.
Okay.
Thanks, Yaz. I mean, Aurora. Best friend.
NATO, it is now your turn.
Well, he's almost dead, right?
You don't know that.
I'm gonna use my brawl ability.
You're gonna like basically like punch him with your fists. Is that what I'm hearing? You're gonna you have this big menacing fucking thing, and you go, you know what? I'm gonna use fisticuffs with him.
like made of,
I'm
like,
gonna,
yellow
I'm just gonna, you just go at him like that.
I'm gonna
Yikes.
finish him off with my fist.
Okay, all right, go ahead and.
Excuse me?
What? You're
What? You're gonna do what?
Wait. But I got like a yellow
Star
and
Wars
2
Triple
greens.
X,
Yep. So that's
Does
what.
it- does it-
So that's what you're gonna roll.
Okay.
You are gonna roll. You're gonna roll one purple, and one purple in your thing, whatever it is, your dice
Yeah,
pool.
that's it.
That's it.
3 advantages. Did I kill him with my fist?
So you basically like just start slugging him, in the face, just kind of like just like like you just like boo, 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 like that. But it's just kind of like, imagine it kind of like sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Like, why are you doing this right now? And he kind of just like pushes you back, like not so much that you're injured, but he kind of pushes you back. Vunder, it is
waste turn.
Vunder, it's your turn now. So
okay, let me try to pick up NATO's slack here. I take on my lightsaber and I go, hey, mister.
Oh my.
Fuck you up.
So Vunder, you have shot gloves.
Shock gloves.
Yeah.
You don't even.
You don't have a lightsaber in it.
I don't have a lightsaber yet?
No one has a lightsaber.
I got a light stick.
You can check what your
Well,
gear is on your character sheet. Maybe.
Everyone knows machines are allergic to electricity.
Yep.
So I might as well use
Shock
my
'em.
shock gloves to do some damage.
Okay. Go ahead and
Son of a bitch.
two same thing. 2 green and or 2 green, 1 purple.
One success, 1 threat.
Okay, so you basically like take like this big punch and just sock him like right in the face with your shot gloves, and you see like the electricity kind of like scatter all over him, and he kind of like takes a few step backs, but he doesn't look like he took really any damage.
What?
Should get better shock gloves.
What the hell am I supposed to do with nothing but damn shock gloves?
At this
You should
point,
roll him.
Useless in this fight.
at this point, Blue, you come into the room now, and it is your time.
All right,
Or
how
your
far
turn.
is he away from me?
He's about, I would say, like medium distance away from you.
All right, perfect. So, I would like to use my ranged weapon.
Your blaster
which is-
pistol.
yes, my blaster pistol. But I'd also like to see if I could mix in my disorient skill with that as well.
What's your disorient skill do?
After a combat check, I can spend some. I don't know what that is.
Let me open yours up so I can look at it.
Yeah, and then I can possibly disorient the target.
Okay. Go for it, man. So go ahead and you'd be 2. You are gonna go ahead and do 2 green and 2 purple. I believe.
If my
Let me double check that. I could be wrong.
I think my range combat is 3.
Is it? Okay. It's I'm guessing whatever. So yeah. So yours would be 3.
Okay. So 3 and 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yours would be a light, so it'd be 3.
Okay.
3 and 2. Yep.
Okay. So I I fail, but I also get 2 advantages.
Okay. So basically, Vunder and NATO, I need you guys to roll a check for me. I need you both to roll an athletics check for me with
This is where I'm good at.
Vunder, you're gonna roll it first. I need you to do 2 purple and whatever your athletics is.
Mm-hmm. And it's it's 1 failure, 2 advantage.
Okay. So basically, Blue, as you're taking aim at this creature, you take a shot at it, but you kind of jerked your hand a little bit too early, and as a result, the blaster bolt went and skid on top of Vundy's shoulder. And Vunder, you're gonna go ahead. And Vunder, you're gonna go ahead and take 6 damage.
Oh, that's more damage than the damn enemy does.
And
Not my shoulders.
Vunder, do you have any soak?
I got going for me.
Do you have
They were your best quality.
So you're gonna take 3 damage then.
Okay. Is that going to wound?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna ricochet off and hit me in the shoulder.
No. If he successfully
So if I
dodged it,
12
you would have been
wounds,
next.
I'll have like
Oh, okay. So
If you get to 12 wounds, you are dead.
Oh.
Like you're dead. Also, Vunder, I need you to add 2 strain as well, and Blue, you add 2 strain as well for shooting your friend.
Okay, another quick question.
And then
does
Yaz,
Soak only work
Yaz,
once per match?
1 sec. Yaz and NATO add 1 for watching your friend get shot. No, Soak is
What
the
if
entire.
I enjoyed it?
Soak's like my armor?
Yeah, that's your armor basically.
Yeah, what if I enjoyed it?
Okay, and then now this thing is kind of barreling towards NATO, Blue,
Again?
and Jacinto Mai.
Okay. God.
It's not my fault.
And
Someone gave me nothing but shock gloves.
and it's kind of running towards NATO, but it jumps over NATO, jumps over Jacinto Mai, and it's staring at Zarlue right in the face.
All right,
and
listen. I'm not scared.
And it is.
I didn't even hit him. Why is he mad at me? I'm confused.
Okay, so basically, Blue, you see him coming, and he takes a step back, or you take a step back, and as he takes his claw to swipe, it just hits all the metal and doesn't hit you.
Oh, baby.
Yaz, it is your turn again.
Can I heal Vunder?
Yeah, you can heal. Roll another force.
Too light.
Okay, so Vunder, you're gonna heal for 8.
Oh, healed hypers.
And then
Max is +3, right?
yeah, Max is +3 over heal.
So I have 15 wound now.
Let me double check. So, yes, that'd be correct.
How long does that last? Just the end of the battle?
Forever, until you get damaged again.
You're a healthy boy.
I'm so healthy now.
Okay, NATO, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm not gonna try brawl him again. I'm gonna use my lightsaber. I mean light sword. Sorry, I don't have a lightsaber.
No, you're fine. Okay, make sure also, let me just double check. Make sure you are using, it is the lightsaber thing. So you were actually supposed to be rolling 3 green die, not 2. That was my bad. Because
that's what I asked. And you're like,
yeah, no. I'm sorry. That was my bad. We'll sort it out after. I promise. But yeah, so 3.
Promise.
It's 3.
Yep, 3. 3 is 3 green die and 1 difficulty die.
Easy. All right, let's do it. 1 success and 3 advantages. I chop his head off. 1
success and 3 advantage. Okay. So basically, NATO, you're kind of like running up to him, and at this point, you see in his back, he's kind of got like this, like almost like this nook, you know, that like you look like your sword can fit through, and you just like kind of just swing with all of your might, hit it there, and you just like again, you just slide back, trying to cut as many wires as you can, and as you do, this thing goes crazy. I mean, like it turns around and it starts like trying to like swipe at everything nearby, basically to get it to stop. It is still standing on its feet though.
Oh my.
And you have the ancient sword, correct?
Yes.
Yep, it'll tell you on the page what you have.
Yeah, if you look through
Page 5, I think it is for me.
Look, for NATO, it's going to be on probably the last page. You have an ancient sword, yes you do. So yours is okay. Okay, and then Vunder, it is your turn again.
Okay, first question. Do I have anything that can do damage? Or
Um,
am I basically just hooped here? With my damn shock gloves.
yeah, roll brawls from now on.
Huh?
Well,
Brawl? Oh, do I have brawl?
We'll let you roll brawls for your gloves since you have them on.
Oh, do I have that
So,
skill?
it's just a. I mean, anyone
it's
can
not even
fucking
skill.
fight. I
Oh.
mean, just
Okay,
do that. I mean,
I'll-
just pretend like you have them on, you know, and like you're just.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
That's
1 green, 1 yellow.
Yeah, I think that'll be a little bit better for you.
Okay. How much? Oh wait, are we supposed? Do we know how much HP this thing has or no? Is that meant
No,
to be?
I can't tell you guys that.
Okay, XD.
So go ahead and you're engaged, so it's going to be one purple die.
Oh, 1 success and 3 advantages.
One
Gotta
success
put
and
this bad
3
boy in the
advantage.
shirt. Yeah.
Okay. So this time, Vunder, you kind of channel like the inner force with you a little bit for this next punch, and you just smack.
Force punch.
You basically smack the shit out of this thing, and like basically send it flying across the room with this punch, and you see like the electricity kind of go through it. You got a critical hit on it. And you see it's kind of like goes like all four like it's as it kind of flies through the air, you see its 4 legs like kind of like spread outwards like towards you guys, and it slams into the wall behind you and then kind of falls flat, but it gets back up.
Oh boy. Dude, he's only got like 1 HP in a dream. I can feel it.
Blue, your turn.
1 HP.
All right, question about my pistol. It says the qualities stun setting. What's that?
The what?
The qualities on my weapon is stun setting. Does that mean if I land a hit, it stuns?
Yeah.
Initially?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why Vunder took so much damage, is because it does strain damage. Or he took the much more strain because he yeah.
And then can I just continually use that disorient thing?
Let me double check.
Yeah.
It is the, which tree is it again? You are the
Artesian.
Scout talent tree.
yeah. Did it scout? Okay. And the scout, it is the called disorient.
Yep.
Combat. Let me spend. Yeah, if you want. I mean, it's just whatever combat roll you get.
Okay, it's just based on combat roll.
Yeah.
And I can spend advantages to stun. Yeah. Is that what that is?
Yes. So you have to roll advantages.
Okay.
Like you can't re-roll, and you know, like, hey, it's got you got to be
so
able to roll advantages.
if I roll 2, I can disorient the. Okay, all right, I see.
Yep.
All right, if it's my turn, then what's his distance? Is his distance still about medium? Because I know he just got knocked across
about
the fucking rim.
yeah, he's about medium. I mean, it's not quite long, it's not quite medium.
Okay, all right. Cool.
It's kind of like in
Then,
between.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my blaster. I'm gonna really focus this time. Try not to hit my friends.
All right. It's gonna be two purple, and then whatever. I think it's 3 green for you.
All right.
Whatever your ranged light is.
All right, cool. So I just got 2 advantages. So
2 advantages. Okay. I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you take aim and you just fire at it and it misses. I mean.
Yikes. Well, at least you didn't hit any of us, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's a step in the right direction.
Well, this is a real boss fight.
And then
Yeah.
this thing now is completely pissed, and then all of a sudden, instead of charging at you, it kind of sits, and it just screams in this like kind of like robotic like kind of thing, and you all take 2 strain damage.
Oh my lord. I'm wow.
I'm stressed out. I'm at 6.
I'm at 7.
Someone shot me.
I'm at 7 strain.
7.
I have no idea.
I think you got.
Can someone give me a massage? I can feel my shoulders.
Okay. Yaz, it's your turn. Yaz, you can also use your force to heal strain.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can I give Nato a massage?
You can give Nato a force massage. Yeah, go ahead and roll a force die.
I would love that. Get in there nice and deep, like.
It's too light.
Too light. Nato, go ahead and heal 2 strain.
Nice. That was a very sensual
Yeah,
massage.
it was very, like nice, relaxing
nicely done.
massage. Like you felt like these like force hands, basically like doing like a Swedish, like kind of like
Dude,
Yeah,
is
little-
this a chachage?
It's a chachage, yeah. All right, Nato, your turn.
Oh my! So how did like the skills and stuff work? Like the additional, like the career kind of the guardian thing that I've got.
Which one?
How does that work? The guardian skill tree. Like how does everything work there?
So, what do you mean?
Like there's all these things on it, like reduce difficulty, inspiration, duration, stand firm.
Do you have the skill tree opened up? Because reduce difficulty basically reduces the difficulty of the skill check to activate Fated Duel, which is like a you and that character are basically locked in engaged combat for 3 rounds.
Oh my. Okay, that's a bit scary. How would I, so I'm just trying to figure out other things that I can actually use instead of just using like my lightsaber kind of thing.
So you have you could do, let's see, you have commanding presence. You'd use that. Let me double check. Sorry. Commanding presence. Oh, that fucking hurts. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got my toe stuck in a fucking drawer just there. Let's see. So you can use commanding presence, which that wouldn't really do anything, unfortunately. I mean, right now you really just have like force stuff and things like that.
All right. What would be the beneficial of like using force leap and everything like that? Is that
to get to, like, say you're like fighting on cliffs and stuff like that, you can jump on
the
top.
high ground.
Yeah, you can get the high ground.
But if I do that though, does that count as a turn? Do I get to damage him at all?
No.
We're thinking long game here.
I might try use my vertical force leap.
Your vertical force leap? Okay.
Yep, boy.
Go ahead and roll force die.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
If you roll 5, you get a
one
super
light
force
side.
leap.
Okay. You basically force leap and you hit your head on the top and you just fall down.
What?
Are you fucking serious? Dude, this is harder than Dark Souls.
Are you kidding me? Right?
I'm dead
I'm
serious.
trying to get the high ground, Anakin.
There's nothing for you to jump onto. I mean, you didn't ask if there's anything to jump onto. You just kind of said, you just kind of said I jumped. So.
Dude, that was like irreverse impressive.
I said I would.
Okay, Zarlue kind of like shouts across the room, "Hey, nice vertical leap, bro."
I was trying to get like in a like advantageous spot. Did it not work? I hit my head instead.
I mean, there's nothing for you. Like you can't like.
Wait,
you
that
can't,
was your brand idea?
You can't.
I thought that Mr. DM over here said like, oh, you can jump up here. You know, that was just like.
No, that was an
big
example.
idea.
That was like an example. There was nothing, because in the beginning, like I said, it's literally like a dome. Like it's just a dome. So there's nothing like for you to like jump onto.
How high did I have to jump? Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't Tac'an have like plunger shoes? Can he just like stick onto the side of the dome?
Oh my god. All right, moving on.
Right, so I got a headache.
And you're not gonna take any strain damage. No, you're not gonna take any strain actually. You just kind of like tapped your head. You like tapped you tapped your head basically on the top. It was just kind of like, oh, and then like, you know, you kind of came down. All right, Vunder.
All right, yeah, I'd like to use force leap to find higher ground.
You don't have force leap.
I mean, I guess I'll probably just brawl again at this point.
Okay. If you do that, I'm letting you know you're gonna have to run towards him, and that's gonna add some difficulty.
Well, I don't really have much of a choice.
What are your skills?
I don't have a ranged weapon. Should I use? Well, should I try to talk him down with friggin' force influence?
Oh man.
Force mind trick.
What about like force
mind trick? I have.
Okay, hold on.
I
a
have
second.
fine tuning. Wait, what is fine? What does my
there
artesian
anything-
talent tree do? I don't even know.
there
Wait, oh,
anything
dude,
you
I'm a
can do?
mechanic. I can probably just disassemble with my wrench.
Right, that. Would that be possible?
I need to look at my skills. I have mental tools.
Can you use a combat turn to get into a better position?
Yeah, that's actually it's a maneuver. It's called preparation.
Okay.
Okay, hold
I
on.
mean, you could always do that.
I'm just gonna take a quick look at this fine tuning thing because it's on what page? Page 147. That's mental tools.
Which one are you looking at?
I'll check mental tools. Do you want to check fine tuning?
It's a well, I have them both right here. Fine tuning is reducing the amount of system strain a starship or vehicle suffers. Reduce one additional strain per
Okay.
rank. And mental tools is always count as having the right tools for the job when performing mechanics checks.
Okay.
So you're just like looking through a toolbox.
wait.
So there's this giant fucking.
What's the damage looking like on this thing again? Isn't his head like almost like falling
This
off or
thing, I mean,
something?
it has definitely seen better days. This thing is like kind of, it's slowly moving at this point. Like you can see it's like barely sluggishly, like kind of like coming at you guys now. It's
Can I use my knowledge of mechanics to just like jump on it and just like rip its parts out?
you want to rephrase that or phrase it. You want to rip it out?
Well, because if I'm looking
Disable
at
it.
mechanics, I should know where the I don't
Like tell me exactly
know.
what your intent is and how
I-
you do it.
use my knowledge of mechanics to find a critical system within the most easily accessible critical system on this machine thing, and
Okay.
just clear it out with
All right.
my shock gloves.
That's gonna be really difficult.
Okay. You are gonna go ahead and okay. You are going to do a You're gonna go ahead and do an athletics check
Mhm.
with 2 purple and 1 red.
Would it be better if I got into position first with I'll get into position first before I do this.
Okay, so you'll prep.
With,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
prep for it.
2 purple, 1 red, and then you can add a boost die.
What was that?
And you can
Boost
add a
die,
boost
which is the
die,
blue
the light blue one.
2 purple, 1 red.
2 purple, 1 red, your mechanics, and a boost die.
No athletics.
No athletics.
2 purple, 1 red, mechanics, and a boost die. Okay. 3 success, 1 threat.
3 success, 1 threat. Okay. So basically, Vundi, you look at this thing. It's you kind of see as it looks down every now and then, and as it's looking down, you just run full speed ahead, and you take the plate on the top of his head, and you like kind of pull yourself up, like swinging yourself over, and you notice in the back it has this like almost like chip that keeps it like sentient and alive. You take your shock glove, and you just push it in there and rip the chip out. And as you do, this thing, you kind of hear like a, and it just powers down and just falls to the floor.
It worked!
And
Oh my God!
it's kind of spread out now, and you guys do, Vundi, with your knowledge of mechanics and whatnot, you realize that these parts can all, you all scavenge some of the parts and whatnot, and you notice that you can each sell some of these parts for 500 credits each.
Oh, we got money too!
Okay, I'm
And-
gonna take all those credits back. Thank you. This is where I collect
And
my money back.
however, Ashur just kind of conveniently appears out of nowhere, and he's just like, oh, you guys managed to kill the basilisk. I must admit, I did not think you would do it, but I'm glad you guys managed to do it.
He knew all along.
Let's see.
I asked Ashur for permission to pat him on the back.
No, you don't want to anymore. He's a meanie.
because we did so good. I'm like, Ashur, this is such a moment, can I pat you on the back? I know you don't like it, but I just want to ask you permission.
But he
first.
knew what was gonna happen. He's just using us.
I want to do it. I want to see what I can get away with.
I need you all to roll a perception check really quick.
Is that a skill check to see if Ashur accepts?
No.
No.
Roll. I need you all to roll a perception check, and with 3 purple die.
seems unfair. One
I
failure,
have
two
really good
advantages.
perception.
1 failure, 2 advantage. Okay.
I
Vunder.
got a
Success.
6.
Vundi.
2 success.
Blue.
A success and a threat.
Yes.
Success and threat.
Okay. You guys all of a sudden hear TIE interceptors kind of like shriek nearby, like the signature like kind of like coming by the ship, and then all of a sudden you hear like this something's basically breaking through the hull of the ship, and in front of you guys steps out this figure in these boots and this gray suit, and looking at him, he enters the room surrounded by 5 stormtroopers. He has his hands behind his back, and you recognize him, and you recognize this man as Garai from the university. And he kind of stops and claps his hands, and he goes, "Very good. You guys made my job much easier."
We shouldn't have answered the phone call.
And that's where we're gonna end for this session.
No!
No.
There's one thing I learned. My combat needs to improve.
Did you do any damage to the thing, or did you
Nope.
shoot me in the shoulder?
Oh my lord. What a
But,
cliffhanger.
but yeah, you guys having fun with this? Enjoying it?
Do we seriously have to wait until next week to continue this? I'm gonna rip my eyelashes out.
I mean, if you guys want to do this earlier, we can. I mean, it's up to you, though.
We'll
But-
talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Open schedule.
All
Me
right.
too.
Well, all right. In the meantime, though, guys, I appreciate everyone that came out, had a good time today.
Thanks for coming.
I'm gonna figure out how to get this on YouTube and whatnot. So if you missed the beginning part or whatever, you can watch that later. Also gonna include it on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for chilling and hanging out with all of us. And until the next time, we'll all just hang out and have a good time.
Bye bye.
Bye.